Welcome, everybody, to our Lady Gamers Night presents The Sisters Slay presents Throwing Saves for Texas. Um, we decided to change things up this week and go ahead and do a charity stream instead of our regular gamer giving stream, to do one to raise money for Hurricane Harvey victims. So all the information for the charity and where you can donate is going to be below the stream. So you can go check that out. Right now the funds are going towards Random Acts, AmeriCares, the SPCA of Texas, the Diaper Bank of Texas. A lot of really great charities are going to be getting this money. We are going ahead and running our campaign for a week. So you can donate during the stream or anytime during the week. Please tweet, Facebook, whatever social media you use, get the link out there. We do want to reach $1,000, which we're already a quarter of the way there. We've raised $250 so far. And as a added bonus, the highest donator during the stream will win a chainmail dice bag of their choice, which you can see on the screen right now. There's a couple different designs. There could be a Pokeball. We've got the Triforce from Zelda. You can do any kind of mix and match color. So it's your choice if you're the highest donator. And we will also choose at random another winner at the end of the week from everybody who donated. So with that being said, is everybody here? Everybody with me?
I'm here. I'm ready to do it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm actually looking for the artwork so I can tweet it out as well, because I am super prepared. Good job, me.
And let's see. Hey, OBS would be great. There we go. Just needed a second. All right. So I'll hand it over to you, Adam.
All right. So we're playing a game. We're doing a thing, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So we last left off. You guys were checking out and returned. Okay, first things first. You returned Calcirix to the kobolds. Managed to smooth all that over. She's now happy and safe with Meepo and has been given the respect that she's earned, which is awesome. In addition to that, as I break my Roll20 here, you guys stumbled into the tomb of the Dragon Priest after returning Calcirix and getting the key from Yustrael. In your investigation, you encountered an Orb of Madness, which caused you to flee a couple times. You almost fell down the pit trap. Thankfully, no one actually did. Thanks to a great save that Jayaz did, grabbing somebody, pulling them out. So, good save there. You made your way into the tomb, and as you entered the room, you broke the seal and freed Jot, the Fiend, who made some, rather rude and inappropriate remarks to you guys before vanishing like a little bitch as soon as you started attacking him. So, I'm sure he's gone forever. And then, yeah, you opened up the seals containing the Dragon Priest, who was once an elf, turned to a hideous, monstrous troll. After getting him to 0 hit points several times and kind of thinking he was done for, he kept coming back from the dead. And it wasn't long until you realized that you needed to come up with a different way to finish him completely. You used fire to set his body ablaze, which finally ended the Dragon Priest's life, securing the tomb, and y'all gained a level. So you are all level 3 now.
Yay!
So that takes us to where we are now. You guys are still in the room of the Dragon Priest. You've all recovered and had a chance to kind of, recover yourselves, get back together, regain some hit points, and you are free to continue your adventure. What would you like to do?
We basically checked the whole room, did we?
You did.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had gone through and checked everything.
We looted everything that we could have.
Like no hidden doors or anything?
You didn't check for hidden doors.
We didn't? Okay.
No.
Maybe we should check for hidden doors.
Here we go. All right.
Huh.
Let's see. I guess so. Do maybe the rogues want to check for hidden doors?
Sure.
They might be better at it than I am.
What's that? Perception?
Yes. Go ahead and roll perception.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Smarty
let's
pants.
Starting it off.
Jeez. Okay. Fine.
I mean, we did say we're rolling nat 20s for.
I know.
That is true.
did. I mean,
But
we
this
are
isn't,
doing
so.
saving throws for Texas. This is a great way to start. Which, by the way, reminder, we just talked about it. Link is down in the little floaty bar thing.
Yes, please.
Raise that money, y'all.
250 up. We're doing good
Yeah.
so far.
I will say that this is actually something that we've been really excited to do, and we appreciate everyone who has donated already.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was really excited to do this because I was talking with you guys earlier about the NSP show I went to, the Ninja Sex Party show. I met people that just escaped the storm when they got there.
Oh, wow.
And they were showing me pictures of like all the damages back home, and it really hit me hard. And I was like, I really want to help them out because they were supposed to fly back the next day when I was going to the second show, and I was trying to keep in contact with them, seeing how they were doing. Their flight was fine. They're doing great right now. And
Good.
I don't know if they're in the chat right now, but hi Kelsey and Sydney, if you're there.
All right, so you guys are investigating the room, and towards the south wall, you do kind of realize there's a bit of a break in the masonry work that you hadn't noticed before. As you get really close and kind of check the seam where the concrete should be molded together, you notice a very fine separation, almost very easy to miss. And you take a dagger and you kind of wedge it in and pull it out a little bit, and the stonework kind of starts to slide away. And you discover a secret passage right here.
Right next to Janaga.
Me. Something from the mummy's gonna happen. Some acid's gonna flow out of me or something. That's always happening to me. So I guess I'm checking it first since I'm
I mean, you are right there.
Alright, I'll check it first.
Go for it.
Alright. What do I roll again for that one? It's been too long.
For checking for traps and stuff,
Yeah.
investigation. Since you now know what you're looking for.
Hey!
Hey.
Finally! Something
Really, I mean,
good.
come on. So, I appreciate the roll, but there's no traps. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I got a good roll. I don't care.
You check the wall. So you're kind of poking along, looking for any needle traps that you guys have run into before, or maybe anything that's going to start screaming at you,
So
or
dang
anything that's going to
good.
drop a scythe on you, and you're like, no, we're good. I got this.
Or those dumb
And
arrows.
then I guess I'm heading on in.
Yeah, if you want.
I'll head on in then. Sure.
All right, let me go ahead and drop you through here. So as you come through, you find this hallway that goes straight down to another wall that, from this side, it is very clearly marked as the inside of a false door. There's a handle and everything. You can push it, and it slides right open.
Nice. So did I find like a little secret passage all the way around so we don't have to go past the pit?
So in here, yes, you did, basically. There's right in front of you another window that you kind of see, like, the back side of it. It's masonry stonework with a bolted handle on it. You give it a little pull, and it just kind of pulls away, leading you into this room right behind one of the statues. As you come around, you can see the other ladies across the pit of spikes.
No!
Pit of Spikes, our favorite.
We love pit of spikes.
They're always the best.
So, alright. It's like, what do
I
we...
did my part. What do you guys want to do?
Right.
How do we get across again?
So there's the secret passage right here that everyone can now move through since it's been identified and
Okay.
certified as trap-free.
Yeah, trap-free is the way to be. I'm gonna start a rap about it. Or I mean, I'm pretty athletic. How wide is this pit of spikes?
It is 10 feet wide.
10 feet, yeah, oh gosh.
With a running jump, you feel that you might be able to make it.
I do feel like I'd be able to make it.
What a good roll.
Let me just look. I mean,
You're gonna make me look up this spike trap again, damn it.
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead and make a jump.
Alright, that's athletics, right?
Yes.
Alright, hold on. I didn't get a baguette before this, so like.
Oh
Alright.
gosh.
For any new people joining us,
This
that
is
would
pretty
that's the
work.
thing. She
All right.
takes a bite of a baguette every turn.
So Jaos is gonna move to the edge of the spikes and kind of eye it up, and she's gonna just kind of like nod to herself and say, "I've got this." And then,
Okay. So you back up and put your back to the now picked clean sarcophagus. You guys have taken all the loot from it. You get a nice running sprint, and as soon as you're ready to leap across, your boot kind of catches on there's like a little rock in your way. However, you save yourself with your left foot, kick off, do one of those really cool long matrix jumps with the crazy arms, land and roll on the other side. Very superhero pose.
Wah.
Very bad for the knees.
And then I'm gonna do like a
Woman!
yes.
Yes.
Charlize Theron!
Bless her. Bless her.
All right.
Rendiel, Amelia, what do you want to do now?
So wait, hold on. I was reading something, I'm sorry. But
That's okay.
we're not going down the secret passage?
You can go down the
If you
secret
want to,
passage.
you can.
Jaws just wanted to be fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She likes showing off, we know that now.
I'll go
Okay.
down the secret passage.
Okay, I'll go with you. Let's have our own little adventure.
Yeah.
All right.
You go arm in arm down there.
As you get ready, Urki volunteers to go ahead of you, being, you know,
Got her.
the nice gentleman that he is. Tiny little cleric man.
Oh great, we're taking him with us? Something's gonna happen.
And as you come through,
Roll.
you guys emerge from the other side, pulling
Oh.
yourselves out from behind one of the dragon statues, just kind of like coming out of the woodwork. Hey guys, what's up?
Zoop.
To give like a long stare to Jazz, like, why did you do that when we had a door right here?
Don't
But I mean,
question
really,
me.
At this point, are you surprised?
Her no.
Are we ever surprised with you anymore?
It's like, no.
I was just hopped up on the post-battle adrenaline. I need to work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's continue on.
Yeah, we have to.
Let's,
We still have to find the children.
Yeah.
Our children.
The
Yes, you
grown-adult
do.
children. We do still have to find the
The
children.
children.
I mean,
Children that
they
are, like,
technically
my
could be
age.
considered children to me. I'm pretty old.
Yeah. The children that are my age.
I think they're older than me.
Think of the babies!
The middle-aged babies.
Alright, so,
Hey.
looking at the complete overview of the dungeon, Amelia, since you're the journalist and note taker, you've also been keeping kind of a very rough map of where you guys have traveled so far. And as you kind of look it over, the only unexplored paths were back up by where you found Calcerix in her makeshift hoard cavern. There was a door to your left that you had not explored, and I believe there was a door to the north you also had not explored. If you'd like, I can take you all there now.
I like
I'm
exploring.
all for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool, let's go explore.
Alright, I'm going to fast travel y'all across the map here.
That means I have to
I was say, meanwhile,
where you
Mandy's
go.
like, zoom out
zoom
out to
Now I
everything.
gotta find the,
Enhance.
out.
Enhance.
There we
the
are.
magical CSI enhancement track.
Yes.
There he is.
Alright, so, you guys have wandered throughout the dungeon, and as you kind of make your way through, you look through the different rooms, fond memories. Oh, there's rats over here. Oh, that's where Urki was trapped inside of the cage. Oh, Urki.
Oh,
As you wander through the kobold area, both Meepo and Calcerix are just passed out, exhausted from a long day's worth of adventuring and eating goblin body parts and wine and all sorts of other weird stuff. And you make your way back to the chamber. This chamber is lined with beautiful carved dragon statues that are the support beams, the pillars within this room. Once you make your way inside, the door to your left has not yet been explored. And to the north, you remember this is where Calcerix was previously kept when you all recovered her.
Do we want to
What
look
would
at
you like
those
to do?
rooms again?
Well, I don't care to go back in the room with Calstrix.
Yeah, we already
Is
checked that.
Calcerix was. For some
That
reason,
a
I
door?
thought we had gone to one of these rooms, but I guess like another. No, oh no, that's right. The things came out and followed us.
Yep. Yeah, these rooms have
Right.
not yet been explored.
Alright.
Okay,
So
I'll check the middle room.
Yeah.
want to go here?
I mean, we could check one at a
Or-
time, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So let's just go to the one we're closest to, which is this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys approach the door. Just go through.
No.
no.
Check it for him.
There you go.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Nat 20.
natural 20. All right, Amelia, calm down. Calm down.
Control yourself.
You check the door. You're looking above, below, looking for traps, poisons, needles, scythes, fire, anything that looks like it could be potentially dangerous. And it's just a door.
God, when we get into combat, I'm gonna roll like nat ones.
Don't
I feel like
say
coming.
that. Don't say that.
It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
So I tell them the door's clear, and I step out of the way because I don't really care to go in.
Okay.
Alright. I'll go through the door.
I'll go through too.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, whoa, it was weird.
Nothing.
I moved without moving.
Sorry, that was me.
I know.
So you guys walk in, and it's a fairly dark hall. There's no light. There's no light sources available in this hallway. There's no lit torches or anything like that. Those of you with dark vision can see mostly fine. There's some very dim illumination in the form of this like kind of phosphorus moss that lines some of the corners, barely giving you, shadows to see from.
Alright, well, I have
From what
dark
I see,
vision.
I'm guessing the door we could have gone through was just another pathway into this room. So,
Mhm. Oh, yeah. It does look
Well,
like
based
that.
on where we're standing, we can't see that yet, though.
So I'm gonna cautiously move further down the hallway.
Okay.
Cautiously.
Me too. Better to move in a group.
Go for it.
Is what
We saw what happened the last time I did that, and an axe flew at my damn head.
is
so-
there? What do I roll to
Tell me what you'd like to do.
cautiously walk through this hallway?
Stealth? Is that what you want?
I mean,
Would
you
that be
could do.
perception?
You can roll perception to see if there's anything in the room that might be of danger.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Big money.
Not as bad as previous.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. So
We're
you look around the
doomed,
room
yeah.
and your eyes kind of adapt, and I believe you have dark vision,
I
so
do.
you're kind of using your elf eyes to scan the room. You're closely examining the walls and everything for any kind of sign of maybe markings, the ceiling, the floors, looking for anything unusual. Nothing seems to stand out, and in this particular chamber, it is extremely quiet at this end. However, as you guys approach the opposite end of the chamber, down this way, you start hearing the noise of what sounds like civilization. Lots of busy people, voices, things being
Is
moved.
it the way to the marketplace?
And for reference, you've been walking for a while, you know that you're not near the kobold's lair.
Oh.
So
Some.
you weren't expecting to see anyone from this far down.
It could be the children.
Shall we rush, Jazz?
Well, I'm not gonna rush.
Gosh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna then
You want to
keep walking towards the sounds
Okay.
cautiously.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another door. Oh, there's two doors.
So there's 2 doors here. Since you already rolled perception, the sounds are coming from this door. As you get closer, the sound gets even louder. It sounds like there's potentially just a small city on the other side almost. It sounds
Wow.
echoey, like a large room. This one over here, you don't hear any noise from. However, you do see light emanating from underneath of the door frame.
I'm gonna check that door first.
The one at the end of the hall?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna. What do I do to check for traps? Is that also
If you're looking-
Perception?
If you're looking for traps, it's investigation. Basically, think of perception as like you see something out of the corner of your eye.
Mhm.
Investigation is I'm specifically looking at this
Looking
element
at
with a
this area,
magnifying
yeah.
glass, doing like a good old Sherlock Holmes on it.
Okay. I
Yeah,
am
one of those guys.
investigating this door.
Do it.
Yeah, shut up.
Yas.
Yes. Okay. So you approach the door and you kind of check it first, looking for any kind of traps, any sort of danger, and nothing stands out, nothing out of the ordinary. You put your ear to it
Mhm.
and kind of listen, and you can hear some voices, but it's not in a language that you're familiar with. Actually,
Are you sure
might be,
about
'cause
that?
you're- I'm pretty sure yes. Yes,
it's
you don't.
not
you don't
common.
Speak. You don't speak this language. No, it's not common. It's not draconic.
Sylvan Learning Center,
It
Elvis,
is not
or
the Sylvan
Draco
Learning Center.
Malfoy? Okay.
I feel like every time you do this, you need to bring up your character sheet so you can show everyone just exactly what you've done.
I'll do that on the break at what I've done. Confess your crimes. Okay, so I am then. I think I'm gonna go in the room because you said there's like no traps. I'm just hearing stuff, right?
Yes, that is true.
You gonna say it like that? Whatever.
Yes, I do.
I'm still pumped up on the adrenaline of like we killed that undead guy. Yeah, I jumped over
Okay.
spikes. Yeah, so I'm
You
gonna.
you have the earring to like contact.
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
Which, by the way, Mandy, I'm gonna annoy you real quick. I'm sorry, I broke my Roll20 client. I need to exit and come back in real quick. I know my window's gonna disappear. My bad.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like
Not that I need like specific NPC vitals or anything for this next room, but
Oh God. What kind of NPCs?
I
the
also
best part
lost
of this
Jenna's
is I could
camera.
be lying right now.
Yeah, the laptop I'm on froze, but I'm in front of my desktop too, so
Okay,
just the camera went on.
that's fine.
Well, right now it's just a blank screen, and then it says
yeah, it's
Jenna.
Yeah.
Jenna was here. It's cool.
It'll be back. It'll be back. My
Yes,
ugly
I may.
face will be back.
Okay.
My favorite part of this is, you know,
Is
Mandy's
what?
playing 2 games at once. She's playing D&D, but then she's also playing camera operator,
It's difficult.
and we're like herding rats. Like, let's be honest.
I'm like, wait, where are you going? What? No, come back. Oh, scroll
Ah!
here. Don't open any other windows on the desktop. Your shame will be all over. Okay.
No shame.
So, all right. So I'm gonna go through the door now.
Okay.
Here I go. Oh boy.
I should actually have the room description ready. I'm the best GM.
Oh boy.
Okay.
As you do that, I'm gonna touch the earring and go, oh boy.
Help, help.
Oh, God.
This isn't
Can I-
fun.
Can
I go ahead and move
get
up
as
there?
fast as we can?
Yeah, you guys can start moving now.
Yeah.
Let's see. The room is.
I have a feeling we might need Urki.
So you guys can be on the opposite side of the door, basically. I would say that your first round of combat would be moving into the door, like moving through the room.
Oh,
I'm gonna sit right here for just a hot minute.
Yeah, so basically, like, you're all hanging out on the other side of the door getting ready. So, Mandy, as you enter the room, you kind of catch them off guard a little bit. Across the way, you see this hobgoblin that's kind of decked out in some armor, some finery that sets him apart from the three other hobgoblins in the room. And as you kind of see him look at you first, the space itself is well lit, which kind of takes your eyes a second to shift from dark vision to normal. And you notice a circular shaft that pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter domed chamber. So you look up, kind of a rounded. If this is the Sunless Citadel, you are truly in what was probably once an actual spire of the Citadel, with what would have been beautiful, stained glass windows up top that have now just completely shattered and fallen. Dim violet light shines out of the shaft, revealing sickly white and gray vines that coat the walls. The light is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches set equidistant around the periphery of the chamber. A crudely fashioned stone throne sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. A large iron chest serves as the throne's footstool. A sapling grows in a wide stone pot next to the throne. As you enter, the hobgoblin furthest away from you stands up from his throne as the other 3 hobgoblins here move to start defending him. Hobgoblin looks like this. And the goblin to his left.
You gonna go ahead and give
like
me
that.
more than one window at a time?
I am. I'm the worst. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Yay! I forgot to select the turn checker.
Blasphemer.
Well, there you go.
Click me, then click the thing. We'll get this eventually.
I was gonna say, to be fair, we've also been away for a couple weeks, so
It's like riding a bike, right?
No.
It's like riding a bike and then you don't really learn it.
also true. Alright, hobgoblins. Where is my turn tracker? I don't even know. I'm bad at this game. Turn. And Grenell. Perfect. Alright. So, Amelia, you are first. You hear Jazz over the headset. Help, 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 help.
I said, oh boy.
I'm sorry. Oh boy.
She was more like,
Oh boy. Yep.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I have to get into the room. Well, they know we're coming, right?
Yes. They're ready for you. They've seen Jazz come in and they're kind of like, excuse me, who the hell are you?
So,
I'm just gonna go in the room and stab the hobgoblin with my short sword.
Okay. So you draw your short swords and you kind of come into the room, move and navigate to try and make a hit. However, the shaft to the left kind of throws you off a little bit. You were expecting to come into a wide room. You bump against it. It's about a 4-foot wall, so you don't have any danger of going in. However, it kind of bumps your shoulder a little bit, throws off your balance. You take your swing, but the hobgoblin parries it with the sword.
Meh.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Can I step away from him?
You can, however, he would get an attack of opportunity as you've engaged.
Okay, then I'll just stay there.
Okay.
I'm still just like, Meh.
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 Wait, no! I can use cunning action to disengage.
Go for it.
Oh, well, there you go.
See, this is why I gave everyone their character sheets, because I'm like, at this point, I'm starting to deviate, and I can't remember.
How do I do
Alright.
it? Just do it?
Okay, let me see. So, cunning action, you can use a bonus action to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. So you can use your bonus action to disengage, which you would just say, I use my bonus action to disengage, and you can move out of his range of attack. Easy peasy. So you've only used about 10 feet of movement, so I believe you still have about 20 or so that you could use.
20 or so. Okay, cool. So I'm disengaging, and I'm just gonna go back here.
Okay.
And that is-
Jaya.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
That is all you now. What would you like to do?
Alright. So this is okay. This is the hobgoblin. I was like, wait, which is which?
So this is the hobgoblin. Dern is over here, who is the decked out, well refined hobgoblin. And to his left is a goblin dressed in kind of furs, has a staff that they're holding onto.
Alright, I'm gonna just, since I'm near this hobgoblin, I'm gonna just kind of get in front of him, and I'm gonna use my short swords.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out the shorties, and I'm gonna hope and pray. Sorry, it did the double click again.
That's okay.
Weird.
So the first one was a 14.
Mm-hmm.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Boo.
So you draw your short swords, you try and come at it, and this is a very adept swordsman. He has a long sword clasped between two hands, and he kind of just pulls it up and deflects your blades out of the way as you come in for your attack.
Welp.
Wow.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
How does move? Like, I took a step forward, but can I still use movement?
You can still use movement. However, because you're in range, if you move away from him, you will present an attack.
That's what you. Okay, the same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
Then never mind.
Okay. All right. It is now Dern's turn. He stands and gets away from his throne, draws a longsword from his belt. He is surveying the room and kind of trying to take in the various fighters. He moves slightly to position himself away from his throne and by the shaft of the tunnel in the center of the room. However, he otherwise doesn't make any motions to move forward. It is now the hobgoblin's turn. So these two hobgoblins are going to start rushing this way and create kind of like a line of defense. One of them is going to attack Amelia with a longsword in one hand. We are off to a bad start.
Oh,
So
shite.
he rushes from the side and he scores a critical blow. However, he is using the longsword with one hand, kind of bracing himself with the other, makes one slash towards you. As you are backing away from the first hobgoblin, kind of maneuver yourself backward, you see him out of the corner of your eye, almost a second too late. You manage to dive out of the way, however, not before he gets a nice long cut in the side of you. You suffer 10 points of damage.
Okay.
This hobgoblin here is not going to act. He's going to create and maintain the barrier. And this one over here is going to make an attack at Jayaz. She's right in front of him. His longsword is in both hands at the moment, so he's putting a little bit more power behind his swing.
No, he's not.
He also rolls... Oh, no, wait. No. He rolls a 9.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Your armor class is less than 9, but what is the number?
Is it? No, I thought my armor class is a 13.
Right. It's less than 9. Or, sorry. 9
More
is
than
less than your
9.
armor class. Words are hard.
I was like, where did you learn numbers?
I'm a good DM. Shut up.
His
Okay,
words
so-
are hard.
He takes his longsword and with both hands tries to like come up and do like this weird holding it downward kind of thing, thinking he's going to be so cool because he's deflected 2 of your attacks. You easily parry him with both of your short swords though, and kind of give him one of the like these, and give him just this dashing glare as he also tries to be super fancy and it just doesn't work.
Can I wink at him?
You can.
Okay.
You
so-
take a bonus action to wink.
Yes. Because it's like, I miss
Of
him, he
course.
misses me. Clearly there's something more going on here.
Obviously.
Oh,
You roll a 1, you caress the back of the orcs.
yes.
That is one of my favorite things to ever happen
Yeah.
in D&D.
Yes.
Alright, Janaga, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at this one in front of me.
Okay.
We'll see.
Go
how
ahead
that
and,
goes.
Roll your attack.
That,
24, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice.
something?
So you draw your short bow back, you release an arrow, and it flies deftly to the right shoulder of Jayaz. Just goes, soars right by her, and manages to pierce the hobgoblin's armor, and you find a gap right between where his shoulder armor and his breastplate are,
Yeah.
wedging it pretty much right into the flesh right here.
Yeah.
He drops one arm from holding the sword as the muscles here kind of cry out in pain, and just send searing pain throughout his shoulder.
I turn around and
he
say, I weakened him, let's
suffers-
get him!
7 points of damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did something.
And E, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I think I gotta go in the room. Where can I actually move to? Just here? Is this the only place that I can go to?
So I'll put you in here, and yeah, you can move. So you can basically double up with anyone that is of small size. So you and Janaga could be in the same square without much trouble.
Because we've done that before, I think.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Think
but yeah, if you
I-
wanted to double up, I would just put you right here.
I go right here.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to go right here. That way I'm not so close.
Okay.
And I want to use my poison spray on this beautiful creature.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh. My God.
Okay. He rolls his Constitution save, which
Well,
he fails anyway. So he would take 1 point of damage. So we're gonna
Okay.
go ahead and just that. So you release the poison cloud from your hands, and as it does, it kind of maneuvers just past Amelia. However, given the distance, it's a little bit far away, and the poison barely makes it to him, only infecting him just slightly. You see him cough a little bit, but otherwise it doesn't do a ton of damage. You know, however, that the internals are starting to irritate and get ruptured down his throat.
just give it time, dude. Just give it time.
And it is now Grenel's turn.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, gotta give him fun goblin voices.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Grenel steps forward, clutching this gnarled wooden, like dark wooden twisted staff. And as she does, she thumps it on the stonework like this. I'm gonna ask Janaga, Jayaz, and Erendiel to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Say charisma.
Charisma.
Oh boy, that's with a +2.
That one good.
Oh no.
It said 1 next to mine anyway. I'm like, this is a...
Okay, so for all of you, as you hear the thump of the wooden staff kind of echo throughout the chamber, this dark, necrotic energy just starts to settle into your shoulders, and it feels like a slight tingle, almost like there's electricity crackling through the air. Anytime that you make an attack roll, you must roll an additional d4 from the number rolled, and then subtract it from your attack.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
What?
So, for example, if you roll a
to
16,
write
you
that
subtract
down.
4.
What the hell?
And which one did this to us? I'm gonna find
That
out.
was this one right here.
I see you.
Here.
Boy. And that's on the attack roll, not the damage, right?
Correct. It's on the attack roll itself. So if
Oh
you
my
hit, you still do
gosh.
damage as normal.
Mm-hmm.
Still sucks. Especially because we wasted most of our good throws already.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so it is now Urki's turn.
Let's go, Urki.
He's super awesome. He's gonna save everybody.
Of course he is. That's why he's here.
Even though I
Spoiler
keep
alert.
forgetting that he exists. Well,
You're not the
I
only one.
forgot his name.
I'm
there
glad
he
I
is.
remembered that he's still here.
He was outside the door, just hanging out.
What a nice DM.
So-
Let us ignore him completely.
No, he is an important part of this adventure. He's a tiny gnome who's like making his way in the world, and he's here to preach about light and being awesome and the sacred flame, and he's going to turn that sacred flame on this hobgoblin. So the goblin has to make a dexterity saving throw of 12 or take 7 points of damage. Dex. And he does not make it, so he takes 7 points of damage. So Urki comes through the door and kind of, in this tiny pipsqueak voice, goes, "I'll save you!" Pulls his symbol from his chest, holds it out in front of him, and this silver radiant light just bursts forth with like flames licking the energy as it flies. Hits this hobgoblin and just engulfs its body in radiant energy. And as it does, it cries out as the as flesh starts to boil and bubble a little bit, as it also starts to superheat his metal armor, and he falls to the ground dead.
Arky do good.
Urki looks very proud of himself. Amelia, it is your turn.
I give a nod to Urki, and then I take my daggers, and I try to stab this one.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. 8. So you move to roll and make your attacks against the hobgoblins. However, as you take your daggers and kind of thrust them up, he steps out of the side, kind of maneuvering away. The daggers do manage to connect with part of the armor that's guarding his torso, and it just clinks off, but doesn't do any damage.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Jayaz, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Yes. Okay. So, I am going to turn my attentions
To the bitch.
to exactly. Oh God. There.
Also, everyone with the little bacon thing that I'm putting on you is a reminder so that I know to subtract.
I was just gonna say, whoa, what is that?
I'm calling it bacon, however, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a magic effect, so...
I didn't
Oh
even
my
It's
God.
like a little anime ghost.
Yeah.
Like the
What
little
are you
anime
doing?
waves.
I was trying to. I was trying to actually angle it, but Janaga's in the way. But I'm going to angle myself towards this bitch.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my short swords away, and I'm gonna pull out Lego Yas. I'm gonna first, even though I don't actually have a baguette with me today, I'm gonna take a bite of a baguette because I haven't
Okay.
had baguette in a while, and that's important.
How dare you not have?
I know.
I guess today.
I know.
Judging you really harshly.
So -4 would be 11.
Minus a d4 that you roll.
Oh, minus
Yeah,
a d4.
so- Yeah, you would roll a d4 and then subtract whatever the value is.
Okay. Better.
Woohoo, that's
So a
not so bad.
13.
Okay. So, as you draw Lego Yas back and let the arrow fly, Grenell sees the attack coming, and while they're holding the staff in one hand, their right hand has like this wooden buckler that they bring up to protect themselves. The arrow connects and just bounces off.
Meh.
Cool. Yeah, meh.
Cool. Meh. Meh.
I'm just gonna...
Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay.
Cry.
It is now Dern's turn. He's going to move past Grenell and approach Jayaz, seeing that the first hobgoblin has been slain. And he's actually going to step over the body, which this is going to get awkward, so I'm just going to delete this guy. He's going to use his longsword on Erky. 2 hands.
Erky Two Hands sounds like a pretty cool name, just for the record.
I'll save that.
Old
And
Erky Two
he
Hands.
raises his sword high above his head, tries to bring it straight down on the tiny gnome. And as he does, Erky sees it coming last minute, sidesteps out of the way, but just barely gets to the side, squeezing himself against the wall as it kind of goes chink right down the side. He's like, ah!
Oh, Erky.
And it is now the hobgoblin's turn. So the one that previously went to attack Amelia is going to move further into the group. This one here is going to follow and flank. So this one here is going to make an attack at Janaga with his longsword. He rolls a 6. So he takes the longsword, shuffles between the people, tries to make a stab at you from behind. You sense him coming from behind you, and you turn to see him just in time, and with your new swashbuckler talents, you take your rapier and just parry it out of the way, and kind of meet him with a thrust motion right in his face, and he backs up ever so slightly so it doesn't connect. This hobgoblin here is going to make an attack at Amelia,
Oh.
which he goes and tries to make a longsword attack. This time, having, kind of clutching your side from the first wound, you steel yourself, draw your daggers back, and as he comes to make the slashing motion towards you, you cross your daggers in front of you, and you go shrink and just push it back up and away, and it doesn't connect.
Yay!
Janaga, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
You know, I promised myself I was gonna start using my rapier a lot more. But screw that. I'm moving over here and I'm using my glorious laughter to kill this guy.
Oh, snap.
Because I'm tired of it.
Tired
Damn
of
it!
freaking hobgoblins.
We really did use all of our good throws on, like, perception.
Ah.
It's always
Hush,
the way.
Adam, hush.
So, Janaga, as you turn, you
Bless you.
trade your rapier out, and you're putting one away with this hand as you're drawing Alaria's laughter with the other. And as you take a swing,
Like the
you
pirate.
hear the chuckle on the wind as it sails. However, the hobgoblin senses it and just keeps basically stepping backwards ever so slightly from the first rapier
Mario, you
thrust
gave me
to
away.
this one. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Erendiel, is your turn now. Let's do.
I think I'm gonna use my Thunder Wave to try to push these 2 dudes that are right here.
Ooh. I like where this is going. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, at what level? So I can do level 3?
You can do level 1 or level 2. Okay, so you did it at level 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, let's
So
see.
you
I
want me
need
to
to
roll a
make-
d4?
No, I don't think we need to.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me look up the spell real quick and see what it rolled for you. So, Thunder Wave. Got it. Okay. So the 2d8 is the base damage, and then did an additional one because we cast it at level 2. So they need to make Constitution saving throws.
Fail.
Alright, so the one directly in front of you, as you bring your hands together and just clap them in this loud, cacophonous boom, just shakes throughout the small chamber, it makes full force connecting with the goblin in front of you, dealing 19 points of damage and blowing his body back. So as you kind of put your hands together and the thunderclap emanates, you see his armor just kind of cave in slightly on his chest as he's blasted backwards. He hits the 4-foot-high wall behind him. However, he's tall enough that the force just slams him against it. His head whips back and just pulls him completely over the edge.
Watch him whip.
And he falls into the center. This one over here also takes... Let's see, what's the range of this? I didn't even look. Probably should check that out first.
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay, so it's all enemies within 15 feet. So yeah, it hits those two. He also is basically thrown back immediately, knocked 10 feet, slammed against this wall, and he is also dead. The sheer force of it just destroys his internals.
Damn.
So the only two left are now Dern and Grenell. Is there anything else you would like to do for your turn?
I'm good.
Okay.
You're satisfied with that?
She's DMing.
I'm pretty good.
Alright, it is now Grenell's turn. Grenell is going to... Let's see. Janaga, you're right in front of Grenell, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for this.
Okay.
And she's eating bacon.
So
Bacon right now.
she is going to reach toward you with this gnarled hand. So her shield is on the back and kind of reaches forward to try and touch you.
Didn't know that was a woman.
And as she does, you can see this necrotic black energy crackling between her fingers. And as you see it coming, you kind of move out of the way, strike at her with your sword, and she parries it with the shield that's attached to the same arm, and she blocks it away. But her concentration, having faltered, loses not just the necrotic energy around her hands, however, that tingle that had set into your shoulders, that you could feel kind of inhibiting your movements, that was reducing your ability to make attacks, also starts to fade away. And Jayaz, you also feel the same thing, and so does Erendiel.
Ooh, yeah.
It is now Urki's turn. Urki is going to look at Dern in front of him. Steve, it's our Twitch train!
I was gonna say it's the ghost train again. Everybody
really
take a
think we
drink.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think it's fun.
It's cool.
I like it.
It's so like it sounds like it is right there.
Yeah.
Also, since we're having a quick moment, thank you for the host, Hacksaw Jenny. I just saw
Thank you.
I just saw that.
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi.
All
She's
right.
from,
But where's she from? I want to know.
D20, babes.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, thank you. All right. So Urki is going to lean into Dern again with his holy symbol clutched in between his hands, thrust it out in front of him, and use Sacred Flame once more. Dern tries to sidestep, but given that he's pinned kind of against the circular chamber in the wall, he catches it all throughout his right half of his body. He turns his face away to block the most of the damage, and as he does, he steps back further, and it barely manages to, affect him. The magic spell only half willed into existence. He takes 1 point of damage.
I hate to interrupt real quick, but thank you
Yes.
for the $25 donation, Blind Fury. That's Miss Tiger.
Woo!
Oh, thank you.
Mom.
Thanks,
Yay,
Mom.
we're up to $275 now.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Damn.
All right. It is
For your
Amelia's
wonderful
turn.
donations.
It's my turn.
Do it up.
Up. This guy. With
Okay.
the Jayas and all them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dagger him.
Okay. So can I move you over here so you're closer to?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you go ahead and make daggers. However, as you kind of move by Jayaz and try to make your attack at the same time, you actually manage to fumble one of your daggers as you hold on to the other one and try to connect with that one. However, he just is maneuvering out of the way of the blades. You forward, try and pick up the one that you dropped. If Dern makes an attack against you, he will have advantage.
Oh.
It is Jayaz's turn. What would you like to do?
Yas. Oh, I keep wanting to like operate it on the desktop, but no. Okay, so it's the guy. See, even though this guy is right in front of me, still am really mad at that bitch over there. Okay. Now this
Blind me.
this isn't a pit, right? In the center, it's just.
Oh no, it's a pit.
Oh,
it's
it is a pit. Okay, that's what I thought. Well, I can't shoot because Janaga's in the way.
Well, I mean, you can. You are a highly trained.
Well, I did
Yeah.
realize now with the hunter, or not the archery class, I get +2 on my ranged attack rolls, and I didn't realize that when I took the -2. But okay.
That's okay. You still wouldn't hit.
Oh, thanks for that vote of confidence.
You're
So
welcome.
I can
Like, there's a
move
compliment or an
though.
insult.
What is it? 30 I can move.
Yeah, you can move up to 30.
So if I went like here and then over this way, can I do that then? Like moving up and around, but then back over here, so I'm not, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to move around the outside, you can move to here without having to step through anybody. If you move through other
Okay.
characters, you'll have to take a penalty.
Oh, well, I could do it from the other way then.
Yeah, you can
Like
just
down.
go back.
Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to doop-a-doop. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So now I'm going to use Lego Yas to shoot this hooker. Just going to
Just how bag.
+2.
+2.
So that's
that's
18.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay! Yay, I did a thing!
5 plus 6 points of piercing damage.
Yas.
How do you want to do this? That kills her.
Oh, nice. So after I definitely go around the outskirt of the pit that I knew was there the entire time, I'm gonna keep my eyes locked on her because, like, I'm still pissed about that bacon thing, and so I am going to take Lego Yas off my back, one swift motion, still have eye contact, and say, "You hooker," and then draw it back, and I'm gonna send it right between her eyes.
You hooker.
Yep.
The arrow flies and it manages to sink right into her forehead and goes thunk. Arrow pops directly out the back. Janaga, you can kind of see the nub pop out the back of the skull before she just collapses to the ground in a crumpled heap.
You tried to grab me.
Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Let's. Well, you know, some of us have taken damage, right?
Amelia has, yes.
You know, I'll wait. I was gonna make some good berries, but I'll wait till afterwards.
Okay.
I forgot you could do that.
I forget all the time that I can do that.
It is now Dern's turn. He's furious. He tries to pin Urki against the wall here. He takes both hands on his longsword and just tries to come at him again. And he's just having a really bad day. Urki's short and kind of aiming above his center mass. So Urki's just deftly ducking underneath of each of the swings as it's being made. Janaga, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move towards him.
Okay.
Now that the bacon is off of me. I'm gonna try my. You know, I'm gonna use the rapier. Let me.
Okay.
I haven't used my poor baby enough. Okay.
14. You go ahead and your rapier at him, and it connects with the metal of his armor. However, it doesn't find flesh and doesn't do any damage.
Yeah. Maybe there's a reason I put the baby away for good.
Urendil, is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attempt to shoot him with my longbow.
It's Erendil. I keep saying it wrong. Erendil, right?
Erendil?
Erendil.
Dill like a pickle.
Well, it's
Erendil,
actually
yes.
deal, but it's
Erendil.
It's me
Erendil.
Rendiel, but it's
Erendil.
We'll get
Got
it
it.
one day. Never.
I have a
Yeah, exactly. Never. Oh, Adam, where'd you go?
I don't know. Everything's horrible.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
That's the
Okay.
darkness taking over his DM soul. It's gonna do that one time, and you're gonna come back in like a cloak and like mist.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna come back in like a clown mask. Do something way more terrifying.
I'll be the only one laughing. Everybody else is screaming.
Pretty much.
Okay, so let's do this. Oh my god!
Ooh,
Ooh.
there you go. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
She wasn't kidding when she said, "Let's do this."
I'll take it.
10 points of piercing damage. All right. So, as Dern is focusing on Urki, like almost specifically, he's kind of raging and ignores everything else going on in the room. You draw your longbow. You kind of carefully take a moment to line up the shot, let it fly. You find a gap in the armor that's like near his neck, and it manages to kind of catch right underneath of his armor and where his flesh is. The armor stops it short of doing any critical damage. However, it does deal a severe blow to him. And you can see like blood starting to gush from the wound. It is now Urki's turn. And he is going to... Let's see here. He's going to attack with his club. Okay,
Cool.
so Urki takes his club that is kind of metallic and adorned with the symbol of his patron, and he takes it and swings it right towards the stomach as Dern is clutching at the arrow that's wedged itself into his armor. He manages to connect with the plated belly of Dern. However, he brings such force behind it that he does manage to deal 4 points of bludgeoning damage. There's a metallic clang that kind of reverberates off of the armor. And Amelia, it is now your turn.
Let's try stabbing him again with my short sword.
Go for it.
No, what the heck?
It's because you
Oh.
rolled those 20s earlier.
How does it
That's what happens.
feel?
Just a little bit of vindication there? Just a little bit? Jeez. Savage.
Piss now.
So Amelia leans forward and tries to attack with her short sword. Dern, as he's hit in the stomach and he kind of clutches over like this, you're aiming for like his shoulders and his neck, trying to finish off what Erendil started. You swing, and as you're about to connect, he just lurches forward, and you miss. Swing wide.
Sweet cherry.
I was about to say.
I was waiting for it.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Okay, Jazz, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would like to sing a song. Alright, so now I got my girl all the way back over here.
Okay. So I mean, this thing in the center, it's a hole. You can shoot across it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't have to
God.
maneuver. It's a pit.
You're right. I mean, you're right. You're the DM. Alright. So I'm gonna shoot across the hole. Like you do. So I'm gonna I'm just lined up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna not do that. I'm gonna do this. +2 for an 8.
Let's see. Who else is over there? Literally everybody except for me. Got it. All right, cool. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Go ahead. 6 points of piercing damage.
I know it's gonna be me.
Not you this time, actually.
Oh my god!
I know, right?
I would never have been able to live that down.
No. So Jayaz goes up to the pit, lines up her shot against this wall that's about chest high. And she lines up Legolas, pulls back the arrow, lets it fly, sails clear past Dern, pierces poor Urki through the arm for 6 points of damage. And it almost pins him to the wall.
What?
However, the stone is strong enough that it deflects the arrowhead. And he suffers 6 points of damage.
I'm just gonna yell across the pit so it echoes real nice. Sorry!
I'm gonna yell at her. What the hell are you doing?
As you do, 2 goblins enter
What?
from the south door here.
God darn it. It's because I was loud, wasn't it?
Kinda, sorta. They had heard the combat going for a little bit, and they were a little confused as to what was going on. So they pop in, kind of looking for anything suspicious, noticing that there's combat, and they draw their weapon. Dern, on the other hand, is now bloodied and beaten, and he's looking pretty beat up. He's going to go ahead and take a couple final swings here at Urki in the hopes that one of them finally hits. And in his rage and in his pain, he is not able to find a target. Urki manages to duck again, ripping the arrow as not to pull it from his body, but to break the stem off. And as he does, throws it to the side. Janaga, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
That ugly.
What?
I told the hobgoblin to take that ugly.
Sorry, I don't know what the frick happened there. I'm trying to fix something on my Twitch as I'm going back and forth. It wasn't hosting the stream for some reason, so I finally fixed it.
Oh, yeah.
But laugh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done with this. Hey, buzz. I'm just gonna stab him from behind, like I'm done with you.
That was for Dern?
Yeah, that's my turn.
No, that was for Dern, though. You were aiming ahead of
Yes.
me, right?
Her darn turn.
Her Dern turn. So as you go and try to make a strike, you bring down Alaria's laughter hard. However, he manages to deflect it with the shoulder pad, so it kind of just glances off. As the metal connects, you get a couple sparks that fly off from the
Did I start
strength behind. No, but the strength of the swing manages to throw off a few sparks.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna move over real quick. I need to be by myself.
Okay. So using your bonus action to disengage,
Yeah.
you move away from him. Okay. E, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Poison spray, the one closest to me.
Okay. So that's this one right here, right? Okay. Let's see here. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. An 11 does not save. So as you see him come through the doors and you kind of turn to face them, he immediately looks at you and he gets this snarl on his face and he starts kind of approaching you slowly with his scimitar drawn. And as he's about to raise it up and move to make an attack, you force the poisonous cloud in front of you, and it catches him in the face, and he kind of backs away for a second as he's inhaling and breathing and coughing, and suddenly his body starts to shake violently as the poison starts to attack his insides, melting his lungs, his esophagus, his stomach, everything from the inside. Blood just starts pooling from his face as he falls over, clutching himself, trying to get this out of his body, until he finally just stops moving.
Damn, E is the MVP today.
She makes everybody think she's all like meek and mild, and she's just like "Rah!"
Poison cloud that eats your insides and you die.
And then it's the happy face poison cloud.
Yeah, it's the happy face. As it, yeah.
And then she's like, "Is everyone okay?"
Yeah, we're on to you.
See how this is going.
Don't step on any spiders and you're good.
Yeah, really. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You saw a move you like.
I'm good.
Okay. It is now Urki's turn. Urki is going to clutch his holy symbol, shout a prayer as loud as he can at Dern, trying to basically damn him back to the hells that he spawned from. And he casts Sacred Flame one more time, and Dern needs to make a dexterity saving throw, otherwise he'll take points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does make, so he only takes 1!
Oh!
So Urki's symbol starts to glow with light. However, he starts to lose focus halfway through the invocation, with the pain shooting through his arm. And while the spell completes, it's not very effective. That combined with Dern seeing the light starting to glow from the symbol, he tries to deflect it with some of his armor and manages to protect his vitals. He is in rough shape, however, he doesn't take a ton of damage from it. It is now this goblin's turn. He is going to continue to approach and make a scimitar attack. And I believe that hits. So his scimitar, he wields it, kind of pulls it up. E, as you see it coming down, you try to move out of the way, almost bringing your cape up as though it would offer you some kind of resistance. The leather kind of shielding the worst part of the attack. However, it does cut through and get a pretty severe cut on your arm. You suffer 7 points of slashing damage. And it is now top of the turn. Amelia, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try to stab him again.
Do it, do it.
8.
Okay. So as you take your daggers, you go and try to make like a finishing blow. However, he's very well armored, and it just you kind of try to carve into the metal almost, trying to create an opening. However, it's not. You're not able to make any kind of headway on it. Jayaz, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of scoff at Amelia's poor display of daggery.
That was coming sooner or later.
And I am going to aim again for Mr. Hobgobbles.
Hobgobbles?
Yep.
That's this dude, Dern?
Yep.
Okay.
+2!
+2. You make your attack, and you let the arrow fly. However, it also bounces off of the extremely thick steel that is lining Dern's body. It doesn't manage to pierce.
I'm gonna yell as it goes through, or like as it bounces off, when he dies, I want the armor.
So it is now Dern's turn.
That almost rhymes.
It's Dern's turn.
Let's see.
Amelia didn't hurt a teammate.
No.
Okay. So as it's now Dern's turn, he turns and faces everyone. He yells, and it just bellows throughout the chamber. Stop! And as he does, the goblin right across from him looks at him. Dern draws a longbow and puts a bolt straight through the goblin's head, killing him off instantly. And Dern turns to E and just goes, I wish to parlay.
Is it because you knew I was about to shoot you with a bow in your head from where I am?
The parlay, guys. I don't know.
Parlay, whatever.
He bellows, "What do you want from me? Why are you here?"
You're looking for two adventurers.
They're children.
They're not children. They have rings on their fingers. They look like they were looking for some kind of fruit. I say while I'm bleeding out.
It took you 20 freaking minutes to parlay.
Dern looks at all of you, kind of expecting. I don't understand. Children? What are you talking about?
They're
Adventurers?
not children. Adventurers.
He takes a ring off of his finger and throws it in Erendel's direction, and it lands on the floor at her feet.
Okay, so I pick it up and I look at it. Is it
Okay.
the ring we're looking for?
So it is a gold band.
Is it the one ring to rule them all?
Hold on. It's in here somewhere. There's a lot of.
I ain't putting that shiz on.
So you take the ring, and it's gold. It's very well. It looks like it was very masterfully crafted. And as you look at the inside, you do see the name Talgin etched into the gold, which is one of the two adventurers that you're looking for.
Where did you get this?
He's no longer available.
Does that mean that he's dead? Here.
Perhaps. And he has this sneer on his face.
Oh.
We won't honor your parlay unless you cooperate.
You haven't said anything that you've wanted. I'm willing to just call things even. Just leave. You've got your ring. Go.
If you give us more
Where's
information,
the
we'll let
girl?
you
Where's
live.
Where's his body? I want proof.
The
And
body
girl.
is well gone. I'm sure it's been eaten, consumed, or something by now. If you want the girl, he just kind of looks at the pit.
I don't believe him.
We still didn't check that other room.
True. Isn't there... What is it to check to see, like,
Like for life?
No, like, to see if he's lying? What would that...
Insight
The
check.
Wonder Woman last time?
That's an
I
insight
have
check?
really high. I have a high insight.
I do not.
Don't either.
I have +4.
Oh.
Oh damn.
Maybe you should see with your insightfulness if he's lying to us. Their bodies are no proof. That's what I always say.
Okay, can I use my insight to see if he's lying to us?
Yep,
Okay.
go ahead and roll your check.
Ooh.
18. Okay. So you're studying Durin's body language. He is severely wounded. He's trying to stand as basically big as he can make himself. You get the sense that he is being honest. He's basically doing anything he can to preserve his life right now while still saving.
Can I try to intimidate him and see if there's more information he's hiding out on us?
Sure. What do you say to him? What are you trying to learn?
Who killed them in the first place?
Okay, go ahead and roll your intimidate.
Woohoo.
Wow, there's the 20s.
There you go.
Why you in the work in battle?
These are side action only dice, apparently.
Apparently.
Listen!
Side
It's a
action.
computer, not
That's kind of action.
Okay, so you basically start yelling and booming and sharpening your knives and be as menacing as possible, and threateningly ask, "Where are their bodies? What are you not telling us?" And Dern kind of looks for a moment. He's like, "There is no body for the boy anymore. The girl was sent down to the tree. I don't know what he does with them. I don't know, and I really don't care.
Who's
Who?
he?
The druid that maintains the tree, the Gulfist tree,
How do we get there?
climb down the center. As far as I know, this is the only pathway to the Underdark.
How deep is it?
He thinks for a moment. And by he thinks for a moment, I mean I think for a moment.
I'm just imagining like a This Is Sparta, like we just kick him into the pit, like, oh, wait.
Look good enough as it is. We could either do that or take him as prisoner.
Why do we want him as prisoner?
I just want his armor.
I know you didn't.
So
To kill him.
he just kind of gestures. It's far. You can climb down. It's how we send the others.
The others? Why do you send people to him?
Because as long as he's happy, he doesn't bother us.
Hardly.
What is his name?
Balak.
A lot.
Okay.
The Loch Ness Monster.
I thought of the demon from The Conjuring
Oh.
too. I just heard Valak.
Loch. Hmm.
I say we still kill him.
Okay. What's in the chest?
What's
My
in the
effects.
box?
My belongings.
There you go, Mandy. Maybe there's more armor.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm torn because I still think, on one hand, I think we should still kill him because, meh.
He's evil?
Yeah, but on the other hand, there's like he did say parlay.
We listen
So,
to parlay.
Gaz and Irandil make perception checks.
Perception. Hey, I did it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So both of you realize now the combat's ended, you had a chance to kind of survey him. The armor that he's wearing also bears the exact same crest of the Hercule family that's on the ring, and it's the exact same one that's on the matron's uniform when you met her.
A weird twist where he's the kid and he just.
That's what I've been
thinking.
thinking.
I mean, he kept saying his body's gone, so yeah, we found
Oh my-
a dude.
Whoa, what if the druid's turning them into hobgoblins?
Jesus.
Enza, they're turning him into
Enza.
pizza. Oh my god!
The pizza's people, man! The pizza's people!
The children!
Are you Talgan?
Oh, she's just gonna come out and...
He just kind of looks at you sideways. No, I am Dern. I lead these goblins.
Have you been Dern?
Yeah.
Yeah, how long have you been here?
Ages. We came in, we, kicked the kobolds out. This is our home. My people are here. I'm willing to negotiate whatever it takes for you to leave, but just leave.
What's in the other room adjacent to this one?
He looks towards the door that the two goblins entered from. It's essentially our stronghold. It's where the majority of our people live. Our women, our children.
We'll get the women and children and throw them in the.
What? No,
No,
what?
don't say that. Do not say that out loud.
You think that?
Okay. Let's think for a second. All of these hobgoblins have all venturers that have been trying to get to the tree, but the druid has been changing all of them, and so now there's this city that's right near the tree. What if we can somehow defeat the druid and they all just change back? I wonder if that's possible.
He claims he's
I like
not.
how Adam's
though.
smiling right now.
It's for something completely unrelated.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and make a nature check, E.
Oh, jeez. Check?
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Okay.
Whoop.
Jaz, you can also make a. What do you have higher, nature or survival?
I'll tell you when I get back to that. I was on spells. I think I took survival, so
So go ahead and make a survival check. Okay.
awesome.
So you recall enough of your studies and your adventures that goblins are not made by spells. They're natural occurring species that happen in the world, traditionally fall towards evil alignments. But yeah, they're traditionally not known for being magic wielders.
Traditionally.
I think we're reading it too much into
I know. We watched too much TV. All right. I think we should maybe tie him up, continue to investigate, go see if we can find the girl. I just don't want to leave him to go back and like get more hordes of goblins.
Well, I mean, how long is it going to take before he breaks loose or someone else comes in here and sets him free anyway?
Where's Calcerix?
Back.
Calcerix is back with the kobolds.
I told you we should have left the dragon an earring.
I don't think that we're close enough to.
I guess we're just gonna have to make a deal with him.
Yeah, but hold on. There's a chest in here too.
Oh God.
How big's the chest?
Yeah, it's right there on the map. It's like the size of an ottoman that you would put your feet on.
Like not big enough to put a hobgoblin in.
No. While you guys are talking, Urki has also been rolling some checks. He noticed the Hercule family symbol, and Urki recognizes that this is the armor that Talgan was wearing when he last saw him. He kind of yells out in fury. He's like, "You killed Talgan!" And out of nowhere, he summons this radiant light energy into his club, brings it upward, and jumps at Dern's face. Dern, being distracted, trying to argue and like basically save his life.
I want to get in between them.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
21.
Oh.
And while that's going on, can I make some good berries?
Oh my God.
One good berry.
Over on the side.
So first things...
I feel like we might need them.
First things first. So Amelia dives in and manages to place herself between Urki and Dern. Urki has already made an attack roll of 26, which beats your armor class. So since you are intercepting the blow, you are going to take the damage instead.
Yeah.
So he's using his club attack. He's putting some energy behind it as well.
Ooh.
So you suffer 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you now are on the opposite side. Dern, in his fury, pulls out his longsword again and tries to kill Urki.
Oh, enough, you!
Yeah, Dern is not listening. He's going straight after Urki again. However, it does not connect. He manages to catch him, but only deals 4 points of slashing damage. Not enough to really severely wound him, but Urki is starting to look in rough shape. Dern is, of course, like inches away from death. Those two are about to go at it. What do you guys decide to do?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Can I? Well, it's not my turn yet.
So we are no longer in combat technically. So if you guys want to take some bonus actions or surprise actions before we roll initiative again, basically these two are going to fight to the death. It's up to you guys what you decide to do.
I'll make some good berries.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on Urki.
We'll
Okay.
do that first, and then I'm slamming him up against the wall and being like, why the hell are you doing that when we're trying to make a deal here?
So...
Actually, I have a better idea, maybe.
Okay.
Do entangle on Amelia.
What? Oi.
So are you using your entangle on Amelia, or are you curing Urki?
Do entangle on Amelia.
Okay.
I'm trying
Go
to
ahead
make
and,
sure we don't get our only lead, like, killed. Like,
I think he's told us everything that we could hear, and I'm just gonna roll my eyes and assume that it's just
what if we...
youth and arrogance that is driving her right now. So
I knew that day would come. And I think it was so
Alright, go ahead and use your entangle.
okay, so
I
it's
believe
not
there's
like
a safety for that too, right?
so where is it like that I can do that? Because it's not like in my
Let's see.
him, that entire, like, town of goblins in the other room, what do you think's gonna happen? Us.
Okay, so
Ugh.
creature in the area must succeed on a strength saving throw, or will be restrained until the turn ends. Okay. So E, your spell DC is 14. So Amelia, you need to make a strength saving throw, please. 13 is just enough that the entangle succeeds. So as you go after beneath you, these vines start springing up from underneath the stonework and just start clasping at your arms, your legs, and your shoulders, pulling you kind of back down, away from Urki. Dern and Urki are gonna take a couple more swings at each other.
Of course they are, because I was in the middle of them and then somebody...
I'm sorted out.
Jayas is just really confused because she's torn between still thinking there's some way he might be Talgan or he killed Talgan.
I'm just sitting on the floor poking this dead body next to me.
So Dern is attacking Urki. Urki is attacking Dern. Dern is about to move in with his two-handed attack, and as he raises his arms above him, Urki comes down and swings the club into him again, into his chest. The armor protects him from most of it, however, he does suffer one more damage. Dern kind of collapses against the stonework behind him and is leaning against the rail, very out of breath. It's hard for him to breathe. He's struggling just to maintain consciousness, bleeding profusely. He is not in good shape.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay,
yell
guys.
to stop, and I'm gonna rush over.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, are you?
Oh, wait, I was on the
She
wrong
doesn't
thing.
entangle you.
And I'm going to, I guess, would this be something like persuasion? Like, I'm gonna point blank ask him, did he kill Talgan? But is there something like intimidation or persuasion or?
I think I have intimidation.
You would roll intimidation. You're considered in combat right now, so not going to be super susceptible to like answering questions right now when his life is being threatened by Urki.
Well, this is like, sorry, like, I want to get across to him like, you need to answer this, honestly,
Or they will
or
kill you.
or you are going to die. So,
Okay,
guess-
got it.
So would that be intimidation still,
As
or?
much as I tried to stop them to kill you, they are
Well-
dumb and don't listen to me.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
Especially E.
Cool.
I'm just trying to
Right
keep you from
now.
dying.
Me from dying.
Okay.
Die.
So, Jayaz, as you come over and Urki delivers this blow to Dern and catches him in the chest, Dern is leaning back against the edge of the pit, and you come over and you kind of knock him sideways, knocked prone, you draw Legolas, you pull it over him, you're standing over him being imposing as you can, and you yell, what?
Did you kill Talgan? Yes or no?
His mouth, which is already leaking, like, just drooling blood and spit, he just curses at you in a language you don't understand. His eyes are like darting back and forth. He looks more like a wild animal than he does a humanoid at this point.
Jesus, will someone heal him?
I'm gonna.
What are you talking about?
So I still have the good berries in my hand, and in frustration, I'm just gonna throw them at his face.
Okay. You throw the good berries at his face. They bounce off of his face. He kind of just, turns his head to the side as they deflect.
Have no respect for parlays. Have no respect for freaking anything.
Throw her.
I'm just mumbling in the vibes. Valentine would never have done something like this.
I'm just picturing that you're like wiggling in the corner, like you're not even on your feet anymore. You're just like on the ground.
Rendiel, I don't understand. I thought I could trust you.
So,
You can.
Turkey,
Mom.
who is bleeding, little battered, little bruised, bleeding from his various injuries, he's walking up to Dern's head, dragging the metal club behind him on the ground.
No!
The clanking noise off of the stonework is just clink, clink, clink. Amelia, you can make another saving throw if you'd like.
Hell yeah. man.
Strength. You struggle against
Stop him!
you struggle against the vines, and you try and pull yourself free, but they kind of start tightening a little bit more.
Can I bite at them?
You can start biting at them, yeah.
I'm starting to bite at them.
Okay. Erky pulls his club above his head. Anyone else
Stop
gonna do
him.
anything?
I'm just gonna turn him and say we don't know. He killed him for sure.
You guys are taller than him. Just put him up against the wall or something. Him. I
Can
wasn't
I
gonna
put
hurt him.
Ilaria's laughter in between to deflect his club?
You can. You're currently about 10 feet away. And he's standing right above him, so you gotta be quick. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
And then I guess when I say that to him, though, I'll change my position.
Hey!
So now I'm aiming towards him.
Okay.
When it counts, Jenna.
So, Janaga jumps out of nowhere, plunges Ilaria's laughter between the two of them. The tip of it deflects slightly into the stonework, catches the club, and you also, as you do that, move Ilaria's laughter out of the way. You take your forearm, and kind of pin Erky against the wall right under his neck.
Janaga,
Mama's not
cut
happy.
me out.
Not now. Negotiate.
Not
Dern
now,
looks
the
like he's
adults are
fading.
busy.
Yeah, Dern looks like he's fading in and out of consciousness.
Heal
I'm
him.
gonna say you've done enough. Now stop.
Erky's like, he killed Talgan! We
We
killed
don't
him, I
know
know
that.
he did.
We don't
He's
know.
wearing
He's
his
being-
armor.
being
He had
bitchy.
his ring.
He could
You
have been
could've just
him.
taken it.
That's not Talgan. That looks nothing like Talgan.
You don't know
Yeah,
that.
well, the troll looked nothing like an elf either. I say while I'm trying to bite away at this damn.
She's a-
You're wiggling. You're wiggling.
Erky's continuing to struggle against you.
No one listens to me, even though I was correct this entire time.
Alright.
I mean, you have Erky against the wall, which is what I was doing in the first place, and now I'm entangled.
It's not the
Well,
first
I
time
mean-
you tried killing him, though.
I didn't try killing him.
Mhm.
At this point, Amelia's managed to cut herself free from the vines using her
Oh.
daggers.
I'm gonna be looking
Only
between Erky and Dern, and I'm gonna just kind of and pick up some of the fallen good berries and just force them at his face to here, just eat them to
Give him
so
a
you
potion.
gain some of his health.
How many are in your hands?
3, I guess.
Okay. As you try and feed them to him, he's still not trusting you. He is barely conscious. He's just trying to do whatever he can to stay alive or safe. 2 of the berries manage to smash against his face. 1 manages to go in, and he has 1 hit point.
Wow.
Just gonna look at the other girls. What do we do? We're at
What
an
do you want?
impasse.
So you would rather die than just give us an explanation?
Would he know what a potion of healing looks like?
Oh yeah, he would.
Can I give him a potion of healing?
You can. He's prone. He's laying back. He's almost unconscious. He just lets out a very breathy. Fine. I killed him. He's dead. I don't know where the body is. What else do you want from me?
Do we know if he's telling the truth?
Well,
It seems
Or
like
just
he's
saying that so we leave.
he's telling the truth. He is like on his deathbed as it is.
Alright.
He's barely conscious. Urki's trying to murder him. He's been bloodied, battered. He's got arrows sticking out of him. He's in terrible shape.
deserves to die.
If we're in
Yeah.
agreement, I'll let Urki go and then he can have at it.
And then I'm gonna lower my bow and just take a step back from him and say the same thing. He let him die then.
We
Okay.
agreed
I'll let
to
Urki
the
go.
parlay, though.
I never agreed to it.
We never
parlay.
agreed.
I didn't agree to. I was kind of mad that it took you 20 minutes to parlay.
Oh god.
He's gonna die anyway. Might as well be merciful.
I'll
Alright.
say bye anyway.
Painful.
Can we do that? This is Sparta and just shove him in the hole.
I do
Jesus.
kind of want to just kick him in
No,
the hole.
don't do that, because then who's ever at the bottom of the hole will know we're up here.
Well, a goblin already fell in.
Okay, so are you guys still securing Urki or no?
Oh.
We're
Well, I don't
squabbling.
know. Jenna, are you
No,
doing
I'll
that?
let him go if you want me to.
I say.
He can deliver the final blow.
Arky deserves this. He can do this.
All right, Urki, have
Yep.
at him.
Okay. So you let Urki go, and he kind of like, as you release him from the wall, you realize you'd also been holding him up about 2 inches off the ground.
Oh.
So he
Oh,
drops
I'm
to his
sorry.
feet, his armor kind of clangs. He leans down and picks up his club, which again, just kind of hefts it onto his shoulder, goes over to where Dern is. Dern's looking up with one eye closed, one eye like half opened, blood just pouring from his body. And Urki
I
just,
tell him to close his eyes.
BAM! Much like that scene from The Walking Dead,
Oh,
Ah.
no,
It's like that. Urki
Except
is
we don't
unkind.
care if he dies.
Dern's head
Always
is essentially turned into paste. Rip in peace, Glenn.
Glendern. Spoilers.
Oh,
Gosh,
no.
guys, I never watched The Walking Dead. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Sorry.
It's kind of
A
impossible.
whole season to catch up on.
Okay.
I have a
Fair
whole
game at
how
this
many
point.
seasons to catch up?
So
Yeah.
Jayas is just gonna like walk away. Like she doesn't watch it happen, but she just kind of like walks back to the other side of the pit.
Okay. So all the threats in this chamber are now finally neutralized. Urki's breathing heavily, and sorrow is just kind of hanging over his heart. The room has gone quiet. The sounds from the city beyond in the next room have gone absolutely silent.
no.
You imagine people probably heard whatever was happening in here and just fleed. The chamber is deathly silent, and from the center of the pit, you can still see the glow of the violet light of the fauna just glowing from beneath the tomb, almost kind of like a heartbeat. And
There's like
that's where we're going to take our break.
Dun dun
Alright.
dun 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 dun. I don't know. It need some kind of
thing.
music. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a victory just yet.
Yeah. It's like a somber victory. It's
no,
like
it's not.
okay. So we're gonna take a 15-minute break. So there we go. Look, we're all professional here. All right.
Hooray.
So 15-minute break, and we'll be back soon, guys.
All right.
Okay, and we should be back. I just want to make sure everything's lined up and everybody came back.
More or less.
Nobody ran away.
Thought about it.
Well, if
Considered it.
you left, we'd have a problem. All right, I'll just wait for the girls to chime back in. Real quick, while we were on our little snack break, we did get a follow from Richard McSunday. Sunday, I hope I said that right. And we did say it when it happened, but I wanted to take time to thank Tiger Mom Blind Fury once again for the $25 donation.
Thank you.
So,
And as a reminder, we've got wonderful, fabulous prizes.
yes. Do you want to talk about them, Adam? Or do
You
want
should
me-
talk about them while I read.
While you read. Okay. So yeah, we do have wonderful, fabulous prizes, which, since we're waiting, I will try to bring that screen back up. Boop, 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 boop. Takes a minute on my end for it to happen. Maybe.
Yeah, it's there.
Is it there? Okay. My stream's just a little further behind. So since we are doing saving throws for Texas to raise money for the Hurricane Harvey victims, any donations during the stream, the highest donator will win their choice of a chainmail dice bag. Your options here on the screen are a Zelda Triforce, a Pokeball, or any color combination. And yeah, so donate and you have a shot to be the highest donator. And then at the end of the donation week, which I believe will be Friday, I'd have to double check that, we are going to pick a random person from all of our donators, and they will also get a dice bag.
In other words, donate $1 and enter a chance to win. You should give us dollars.
And I should point out these, I can't read what it says. These dice bags, depending on the colors and the design, typically would be sold for like $60 to $80. So, you know. So we're gonna go back to this, and
Can I mention that you make them too, Mandy?
oh yeah, that's something else. Hold on, I lied about
She only
going.
makes
does
them.
amazing
It's fine.
chainmail work.
I do. So I made all of those. So I will be custom making it for you. Real quick, I didn't get to read that name. We also just got a follow from Moliner.
there we go.
Moliner. I don't know. Do I pronounce the Moliner? Maliner? Yeah, I'm just gonna butcher that. So thank you for the follow.
I want to say T. Camolinor. I don't know.
Yes. So
And
now we'll
Richard
go back.
McSundy.
Yeah, so with that, I think we are ready. I'm not getting video from Jenna. Is that just me?
I know the
Okay.
stupid laptop keeps freezing on me, but I'm getting on again.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. All right. And hand it back over to Adam.
Coolies. All right, so coming back from break, you guys have defeated Dern. Urki has basically avenged his friend, which he's very excited for. However, he's very sad that now knowing that Talgan is definitely dead, your best hope now is to hope that Sharwin is all right. You guys were in the room as everything happened. Dern's head is essentially ground beef right now. What would you guys like to do?
Loot.
Yep.
Yep.
As a reminder, there is his throne, all of the bodies of the various things throughout the room, and the chest that he uses as a footstool.
Huh.
I want to search his throne, actually.
Okay. Go ahead and perception roll, please. 19? Okay. You notice that while the stonework itself is fairly normal, nothing too crazy or exciting, next to it is the potted plant. You recognize this as when the villagers would tell you the stories about when they would plant the fruit that they would get from the Gulfus tree. These weird, sort of scraggly twigs would start growing out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But before they would ever have a chance to bloom, they would just disappear in the night, almost as if someone was coming and plucking them. It looks very similar to what they described.
Okay. So it's of no value whatsoever.
No. But it is curious.
Okay.
Just that it's there.
Jayas is just gonna kind of be lost in her thoughts, like, cause she was still really, like, she's still feeling torn about the whole thing with Dern, since he did call for a parlay, but she also did want him to die. So she's kind of like in a mood to herself.
Okay.
Oh.
I know that there is probably good stuff in the chest, but I'm not going to touch it. I'm just
Okay.
too leery of it.
Can I check the chest for like
yeah, I was
traps
gonna
or
say.
stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check. 7? Okay, so you take a look at the chest. You kind of give it the once-over, looking if there's anything that stand out or noteworthy. Check the appears to be okay.
Can I open it then?
Yeah, you go to open it and it is locked.
Can I use my thieves tools?
You can use your thieves' tools. 21. Okay. As you move in to start picking at the lock, as soon as you flick some of the tumblers, a needle juts out from the center of where the lock is and manages to stab you. You take 1 point of piercing damage, and go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, goodness gracious.
14? Okay. You succeed. You feel that there's a little poison on the tip of the needle, perhaps. However, it's old, hasn't been renewed in a very long time. There's no potency to it. The trap has been
So I took
deployed.
one.
The needle's still sticking out. If you just kind of hack it off at the base, you should be fine to keep opening.
Okay, then I keep opening.
Okay. So, you take your dagger and kind of grab the needle. It's about 3 inches outside of the hole. You curve and cut it down, which snaps it off. You throw the needle to the side. You get back to work with taking your thieves' tools and kind of wiggling them around, filling the tumblers. The little broken off piece of the needle that's still inside gets in your way a little bit, but doesn't prevent you from opening it. After a while, you hear the lock pop, and the top of the chest jumps open a little bit. Inside, you find a bunch of gold pieces, and then off to the side of the chest, almost as if they had rolled around as you picked it up and manipulated it, are 2 onyx gems. Which I am adding to the chat right now.
Yeah.
So, someone go ahead and play banker
I
or
was gonna
inventory
say,
person.
I think E is our
Alright,
banker.
No, it's Amelia, not
is
me.
it?
Yeah,
Yep.
Charlie's our banker.
Yeah.
Shit.
Got it.
Okay.
She's good with numbers.
I was gonna say, it is not me.
While she's dealing with the chest and I'm just kind of like kicking stones around, I guess, can I just check the bodies of the dead goblins and like that and the other hobgoblins?
Yeah, absolutely.
So would it just perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jayaz, do you still want that armor, knowing what we know now?
I think we should take it
I
back
mean-
to his mom.
That's a good idea. I like that. I think that's good.
Cool beans.
Okay. So 12. You're searching the hobgoblins and the goblins? Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
not Dern, but like all the other
Right.
bodies.
Okay, so you start going through everything, kind of checking it out. In the pockets of the goblins, you don't find much. There's some scraps. You do manage to find 24 silver pieces between the two of them.
Woohoo!
The hobgoblins, however, definitely appeared to have been like the royal guard that Dern kept close to him.
Mm-hmm.
One has a pair of silver earrings set with moonstones.
Ooh.
And then the other one has a necklace that kind of matches the set.
We have so much loot right now.
I know. I'm like, we've got so many gems. So, and how many silver pieces?
We have a lot of gold.
24.
24.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give the silver pieces over to Amelia, but I think I am going to keep the earrings and the necklace set so I can get fancy at some point.
For your bakery, man.
You know,
And your
it might come in
icons.
handy in the future to have something nice to wear.
I mean,
Yeah.
he did give her quite the rise, so.
It wasn't like that. Just kidding, it was.
I'll bleed because of you.
She needed it.
Oh gosh.
You needed it.
God dang.
Okay. So,
Anything else anybody want to do?
I think that we need to hurry up and get out of here because I think there are more people on the other side of this door. We need to get out of here.
Did we check what's his face's body?
Dern's, you have not. You could if you wanted. I mean, the doors swung open into this space. You could
I'll
probably
check the
stack some
body,
bodies against
so-
it if you really want to.
We're over here.
Okay, so Dern's body, he already threw the ring to you. The only other thing of note on him is the Hercule family crest armor, which you're going to take and basically throw in a backpack to give back to the mom.
Yeah.
Aside from that, he has a not very special longsword.
Is that the official
That's about
name
it.
for it?
Yeah,
It's not
officially.
so special. It's
Like, if
only-
I look it up, will it say?
No, but I'm gonna make homebrew content now that says specifically not very special longsword.
Good.
Amelia, do you have a longsword?
No, but I don't think
What?
I'm proficient in it.
Proficient.
Just say if you wanted it, because then we can both have long.
Nah. I like my daggers.
Alright.
Can we use
Are
the
there any cool
sword to
daggers?
put it through the door? To like block the
wave it?
door?
What?
Did we pile up all the bodies against the door?
Aside from that, though, can we
Yeah.
also like I don't know what
Well,
the
there's
door is. It
another-
like one of those doors that you could put a rod, like a rod through to barricade it. Like we could do that with the sword if nobody wants it.
That's
So
a
they
good
have
idea.
traditional locks. However, I like this idea, so you can jam it into the ground to prevent it from opening if you took the sword and kind of stabbed it in the stonework a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the tiles in
Okay.
here are starting to push up and give way to the earth underneath, so you can find a good spot to kind of wedge it in, make it stick.
Oh, I'll find a place
Yeah.
to wedge it in. All right.
Oh, good lord. Your baker's not here.
Somebody place one of these goblins perfectly underneath to shove it up his butt? Is that what you want?
No, we'll just pile them against the door.
What?
Okay.
I heard a laugh.
No, that was like legit across the street from me.
Oh my gosh.
You can hear
me, right across the
everything
street.
on my front porch. Everything.
Somebody likes my jokes.
Alright. So you guys have checked all the places to loot. You've firmly secured the doors. The only thing left to do is there's that pit in the center with the violet glow just kind of emanating upward, welcoming you lower.
Oh,
Do I
we're
stealth
gonna
down?
go.
Or
Yeah, you can-
too bright to stealth.
You can stealth down. It's very dim light below.
Okay, so my soul does anything. Thanks, 8.
So there's vines that line the length of the shaft that you can go down. If you guys have rope, you could also secure some rope if you wanted to before you go down.
I don't even know if I have.
It's in our adventure back. Well, our one back.
Yeah.
We got it before we left. We got stuff.
Oh yeah, we have rope. Okay.
Okay.
Down.
So are you guys setting up the rope to climb down?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So
No, I'm just kidding.
go ahead and you secure the rope. Make an athletics check to climb down. Okay. So
Holes.
you pull your, cloak, move it out of the way as you climb over the lip of the well, and you start descending down rope slowly. It takes you about somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes, and your arms are starting to get kind of tired as you get towards the bottom. You land first, kind of looking around, before the others follow suit. So as you get to the bottom, you start to see the luminescent fungus, which is shedding violet light, clinging to the walls and ceiling of a wide cavern. The air in here is damp, it's chilly, and it's kind of thick with the smell of moss and decay and, old plants and rotting leaves. A layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of cave animals cover the floor. There are several varieties of mushroom fungi that glow, as well as a few saplings. So I'm going to go ahead and move everyone to the new map here in just a second.
Okay, while you do that, I want to say thanks for the follow, Nevergreen19 and Dynamic Iron.
Thanks,
Woo!
guys!
Yeah.
Alright, let me go ahead and fix everyone's tokens here. Oh my god.
What's going on? Am I gonna have to zoom out and zoom in and do the montage?
Probably. I'm gonna move you guys to, for the first time this game actually, to a new
board?
a new board.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah, I know, we haven't had one in a very long time.
Oh.
For anyone who's curious, we are playing on Roll20. Roll20 is a great platform for doing basically online Dungeons & Dragons. This is a virtual tabletop.
It is pretty good.
And one of the cool things that they also do is these adventures are made by Wizards of the Coast. They're officially done by the people that write Dungeons & Dragons adventures. One of the really nifty things about it is they also build the maps, the tokens, the NPCs, the story hooks, everything you into the game. So if you're ever trying to figure out how to play with people all over the place and really far away, this is a great way to do it.
Or if you're just new to D&D.
Or if you're just new to D&D,
Yes.
It really does help out, and it
You
gives
don't
you
know
a
how to
bunch
do
of
your
base
dice
stuff as
rolls
well.
and stuff. This is a perfect tool for it.
Yeah.
Look, we make it look easy.
I haven't played in a decade, and it's so...
Lol, 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 lol.
Wow.
Okay. So, you guys descend into the caverns, and in this cave, the moss, the violet hue. Those of you with dark vision can find; those without might have a harder time seeing. However, as you touch down and kind of your feet feel squishy under the earth underneath of you, you do notice two robed skeletons, which are kind of in the process of shoveling and doing all of the different the compost and everything, tending to various mushrooms that are in the area.
Uh-huh.
And there are also two twig blights with their roots firmly planted into kind of a gross mixture, soaking up nutrients. And they all look like this. Which I don't think you guys have actually seen or encountered the twig blights so far. Kind of
No.
surprising.
I thought you showed us a picture of them before, though.
Maybe. They look like this.
Oh yeah, we saw the
Oh.
picture. I forget why.
Because what's his face at was telling us about them, I think. Maybe?
Yeah, we definitely
Possibly,
saw them
yeah,
before,
yeah.
but I forget why.
Yes.
I was
Just
eating a
giant
baguette at the
double
time.
chuckles.
All right. So as you land, the skeletons see you approach, and all they have is their shovels, but they kind of turn their focus to you. They draw their shovels upward, and they start coming towards you slowly. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Woohoo!
Roll on, everybody.
Hold on,
Hey,
I
hey.
moved everything around. I moved everything around.
I was gonna say, make sure you select yourselves before you do your throws as well.
Good thing you said
Okay, I'll
something.
take it.
I definitely knew that.
Oh my god. This little tiny laptop trying to line everything up.
I feel your pain, although I'm not doing nearly as much as you are.
Like, why can't I slide over? Why are you...
Because it doesn't like you. No,
It
I'm
does
just kidding.
not. There it goes.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay.
There, that'll help maybe.
I'll
In
roll
the,
the
chat
initiative
there.
when I get there. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Got me.
So I have Amelia, I have Janaga. Let's see here.
Woo!
I have Giaz, and
That sounds badass.
E rolled an 18, so let me add you real quick. Add turn. Oh, someone's cooking something that smells really good.
Mm.
Guys, we're done playing. I'm gonna go eat now. Goodbye.
It's the bacon and the baguette.
No, it is legit bacon, and I can smell it. I'm just like, oh my god. So hungry. Okay. So the robe skeletons go first. They see you approach. You all come down the well, kind of all at the same time. This robed skeleton is going to approach the party and just take a swing at Jayaz.
What?
This one over here is going to shamble over and take a hit at E.
Damn it.
See here. Shovel attacks!
Just like
Shovel attack.
Shovel attacks.
that. I imagine it to the theme, or
Evil
like,
Dead.
it sounds like chicken attack though. Shovel attack.
Bang.
Do
Uh,
we get a saving throw? No?
against bacon?
Oh no, never
Why would you
mind.
want that?
No, for some reason, forget me. Just go.
That's going to be our next campaign drive. It's going to be saving throws for bacon. It's to provide the game master with bacon. Donations will earn you a chance to get a picture of me eating a piece of bacon.
No, it was just that quickly I forgot we just rolled initiative, so I thought it was like a surprise thing and we got a saving throw. I was like, whoa, he's not gonna bludgeon me.
You're right. I'm not going to bludgeon you. However, you get bludgeoned for 6 points of shovel damage.
Oh, jeez.
So, as you come down, I just imagine that the skeletons and robes are shambling towards you. Very, what is it, Shaun of the Dead? Yeah, it's like that. The one that approaches Jayaz, you see it as you kind of come down, and you notice it, and you see it coming well in advance. You manage to sidestep the shovel attack. However, E, you're the last one coming down the rope, and you're actually still kind of climbing down as you see this skeleton approaching you. And it takes the shovel and just kind of swings sideways and manages to clip your legs as you're trying to come down. You let go and you catch yourself, but it does deal 6 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Erk.
It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I don't even know if I have anything that would work against this dude.
We fought skeletons before.
I like my cool spells and stuff, but I can't poison a skeleton. Okay, I'll just longbow him, the one that attacked me.
Okay. So 22 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hot damn.
9 points. Alright, so as you
Don't
kind of
hit
land,
me.
pull yourself up and draw your short bow, and almost point blank, you just pop it right in the face, and it hits the skull of the skeleton, which knocks back. It manages to chip some sections off of the top, creating just these gaps in the skull. However, its head kind of snaps back up, and these, where the eyes would have been are just these hollow holes just staring back at you. Amelia, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Short sword.
Short swords. Which one?
I'm gonna short sword
That one? Okay, I'm going to move you over here so you're in range to attack. And go ahead and roll your dice. 14 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And you also get sneak attack damage since he is also fighting this one.
Well,
so roll an
6
extra
piercing.
1d6.
Woo.
6.
I'm sorry, you get 2d6 I think at this level now. Double checking real quick, but I'm pretty sure you get 2. Rogue, classes, class features, level 3. Yeah, your sneak attack dice are 2d6 now. So you've
Damn.
done 6 plus
Nice.
5 plus 1 more d6.
Well, 1.
Okay, so 12 points of damage total. You take your longbow or your short sword, you withdraw it, and you kind of hack towards the center of his body, cleaving straight through the spinal column, and it falls and hits the ground and kind of actually just disassembles itself. The robe kind of crumpling on top of itself as well. This robed skeleton is back to being properly dead instead of the reanimated dead.
Real dead, not fake dead.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Just take his skull and put it away.
Okay. It is now the
Skull I
twig.
have.
She's making another bowl.
It is now the twig blight's turn. The
Did
twig blights
Urki
on
not
the
come
roof
with
themselves-
us?
Oh no, Urki should be down here too. I'm glad you said something. Urki is taking his sweet time getting down here.
Okay, cool. He's small.
He's got the little baby arms.
And I forget about Urki more times than not.
I forgot about him more than who was with our dragon.
Meepo.
Meepo.
Meepo, yeah, I
Not
forgot about
Urki.
him more than Meepo.
Poor Meepo. I'm just
Like
impressed that he didn't die.
Meepo?
Yeah.
Because I kept saving him.
I was gonna feed him to the
Yeah,
Calcerix.
Okay.
you're against us.
So this twig blight here is gonna unroot itself and kind of start sprinting towards Janaga,
Oh yeah.
and it is going to use its claws to try and attack you. And it rolls a natural 1. So as it comes down, you see this
Here's
thing
the
coming at
tree.
you,
Ah!
and it's this little tiny twig tree. And at first you're kind of like, "What the
Oh,
hell
use
is
the tree.
this?" And then as you realize that it's about to try and like come swiping at you, you just kick it in the face and kick it away from you. Like, punk.
He's just a baby.
What? This one, however, is going to come and try and take a swing at Amelia. And 7 points. So again, this one on Ruth kind of runs at you, and it goes to slash a bit, and you manage to sidestep out of the way and plant yourself firmly, and it's about maybe up to here on you, so you're ready to kind of just dig your daggers into it.
Oh, they're so tiny.
Chaz, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. So looking.
We're not making friends with the blights, guys.
Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, so I'm gonna aim then while they're dealing with the blights for the Skello over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use Lego Yas.
Lego, yeah.
Lego Yas. So
Roll that d20.
Plus-
Natural,
+2.
natural 20.
Yeah.
That is a critical hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
1. Okay.
No, not bad. So that's what? 8, 11.
This
Yeah,
one
11
goes
points
to
of damage.
11.
Which one we were attacking?
The,
Hang it on that map.
there it goes. These.
There we go. The skeleton? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So as you draw back your bow, you land a critical blow right into its. You smack it in the head, goes kunk, and it pops back. The jaw just goes flying off as it's lodged. As it comes back down. Okay, so as it comes back down, the necrotic energy that's holding it together kind of crackles and seals the bones back together. However, it looks like it was just about to fall apart. It manages to kind of shamble itself and kind of regain its grip on its weapon. It had previously dropped the shovel to the ground from the impact, and it kind of reached over. These long, bony fingers have curled around it and pulled it back up.
Can we get an inspiration once a day, right?
You usually have them, once a game, or whenever I think you've done something super cool, and I can give you inspiration again.
Never mind. I was
Which
gonna.
no one's used it yet.
Yeah, that's I keep forgetting about. No, I'll let him just shamble. I'll
As a reminder, inspiration lets you reroll any check or ability check or saving throw.
Yeah.
So if you guys decide that you want to use it, just let me know, and you can reroll once. It should be marked on your character sheet as inspiration. And it looks like it's not checked on some of your pages. You go ahead and add that. E, yours is. Amelia, yours is now. Janaga, yours is. And Jayaz, yours is also marked. Alright, cool. So everyone has their inspiration. Sweet.
Oh, it's a little dragon.
Yeah! Janaga, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would have used my sword, but considering this puny little twig is so fast, I might just use an arrow and see how that goes.
Okay. Natural 20.
That goes well.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
How many 20s have we rolled tonight, guys?
I think somewhere around like 7 between the group of you. Alright, so as you take your short bow out and this one that you've kind of kicked away from you falls prone, you immediately pull your short bow, just not even really making an effort to do super damage. You just kind of pull it back, draw the bow, and it just flies straight through, pins it through the skull, into the ground, and it kind of twitches a little bit and then just dies.
A little baby.
Rip in peace.
He's not a baby.
Dead.
Stop calling
It's
him
a
baby.
twig. I call twig a baby.
I mean, it's small.
It's up to here.
Alright,
Aw.
it is now the skeleton's
It's
turns
like
again.
a little kid when you hold their head and they can't swing at you.
Come at us, bro.
Aw.
That's what
This rogue skeleton is going to shamble over to Jayaz again.
Now.
Attack her.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
No!
And he's going to make a shovel attack.
Shovel attack!
Oh my.
For 1 point of.
He is going to El Kabong you upside the head with the shovel for
Oh.
1 point of damage.
That asshole.
So he takes the shovel, he tries to make a good swing, and while it connects, you manage to move out of the way and kind of roll with the hit rather than standing through it. It does connect, but it just glances off of your shoulders pretty much. You take 1 point of damage. E, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to heal.
Okay. Do you want to drink a potion, or do you want to cast Cure Wounds on yourself?
Can I ask Urki to help me?
You absolutely can. Urki actually didn't go last turn. Go ahead and use he's going to use his turn to throw a heal at you.
Yay!
Urki Timbers. Cure Wounds at level 1. And you recover 9 points of damage.
I will take that.
Alright. And what would you like to do? It's still your turn.
Let's see. So the only thing we have left is this last little skeleton.
And that other.
And the Twig Blight.
Yeah, there's another
Oh.
blade.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I see him. He's right here. This
Yeah,
one.
the skeleton's bones are kind of cracked and really rough.
Okay. So, like, is it a tree or does it just look like a tree?
The
Like-
Twig Blight?
Animated.
Would poison spray
they're-
work on this?
You're welcome to give it a try.
That's not helpful. I'm just-
Nope. You're right. It is not.
Okay, in that case, I'll move right here and use my scimitar that. Please work.
Scimitar!
Hate this thing.
5? Okay. So it's moving really quick, and it just dives out of the way. It's tricky, quick
Why?
little buggers.
Tricky
Never
little
do
bugger.
anything. This is why I don't ever use it.
Amelia, it is
Same
your
thing
turn.
with my rapier anymore. It's just weak.
Yeah.
Sorry to my husband.
Oh no.
Bonjour.
Dagger it.
Rest in
Dagger.
pieces.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 piercing.
4 piercing. Okay. So you take your daggers, and you manage to stab into it and kind of pull and rip at it, tearing away some of the vines and the old knotted wood that have twisted together to form its torso. You manage to rip it open, and as you do, sap just starts kind of leaving the center of it. The lifeblood of what it was essentially this twig starts to bleed out, and it kind of clutches at itself a little bit, falling forward before it just goes completely inanimate and has died.
Bye-bye.
We did it.
We still have that skeleton left.
Oh, don't worry about that.
With that said, Jayaz, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna sling Legolas across my back and pull out the shortest swords.
Ashore.
And I'm gonna say fwink fwink.
Okay.
Blink.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Boom.
9 piercing. Okay. So you take your short swords, you draw them up, and you kind of do one of those crazy cool X things. You just go shling,
A favorite of
almost-
mine.
almost anime style, just crosses right across the torso
In slow
And-
motion.
in slow motion. And not just the body of the skeleton itself, but the robe that it's wearing are cut to tatters, and it just falls to the ground dead.
And I'm gonna do that as it's falling.
Took you long enough.
All right, so enemies are now dead. You're standing in the center of this kind of twisted death garden
Ooh, I
that
like
just
that.
smells absolutely rank.
Can I ask I'm sorry. What was the dotted circle? Is that just
That's
where
the
That's
that's
just
the well
landed.
where you guys came down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
What else do you guys want to do? There's a cave to your north. There's a door against the far wall, and there's south here.
I'm just reading Richard McSunday on here. Scimitar does piercing, should do slashing. Huh.
I mean, it is slashing.
Correct.
It's slashing.
Hold on.
I think that thing is like broken.
Out of curiosity, let me click it. No, it does do slashing damage. The piercing was from the daggers.
Ah.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go, Rich.
Yeah. Scimitar didn't connect. Although
Hey.
Roll20 does have some
Some things.
inconsistencies with some of their dice macros, so
Yeah.
not going to say that doesn't happen. Because it
I say
do.
we- Thing.
So what are our options? I'm sorry.
So to the north, there is a cave. To the west of
I
you
see something.
is a door.
Mhm.
I see something too. My
And
night
to
vision.
the south is another thing, another
Alright.
door.
I want to check the south door. So I am going to use perception first
Why don't
Okay.
we go through the cave first and
because I like going through doors. And I'm going to perceive if there's anything I should know in this room
Uh-huh.
as I go to the door.
Okay.
That couldn't have been a better advantage disadvantage roll.
Yeah, really.
That's the story of my life right there.
Okay. So, as you're checking around the room, you start to hear what's probably trying to be quiet is this plodding sound of just, sounds like scurrying through the mud and the dirt and the grossness coming from this direction up here.
Mm-hmm.
You are also examining the room for anything else, and you don't notice anything of note. There's no treasure, no shiny things, just more moss and the smell of just rotting disgustingness, absolute grossness.
So nothing
Nice.
that's going to trip me up on my way to go to this door.
No.
Okay.
So, vacation central. It's idyllic where we are.
Yeah.
So I'll go.
I mean, if you're a druid, this might not be terrible.
I'll go to the door
I mean,
and I'll investigate it for traps first, because I'm
Okay.
a learner.
As you're investigating, these rats just start coming
Christ.
Ew.
up this way.
But I'm
They dry?
investigating.
what the hell is that thing? What is
And
that?
Are they our friends again?
you get the sense that they're probably not your friend. As
Okay, can I
the Mhm. Go ahead.
shoot at one as it's coming in?
Donut. Donut.
Uh-oh.
Donut, donut, donut,
Oh
donut.
my god.
Looking for this guy's stupid thing so I know who he is. Burp, burp, burp. He doesn't seem to have a thing, so I'm just gonna pull him up. What is he? Oh, it's just a regular bear. Okay. Got it. We're good now. I know things.
Leaving us in suspense.
I am. I'm terrible. So as he enters the chamber, you hear him yell something. Do any of you speak Goblin? I don't think any of you do.
Did your
No
mom
way.
just name him Willard in the chat?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie?
No.
It's a dude that can control rats.
Yeah.
Stick around post game while we'll talk about Willard.
What is no? What? I'm confused.
It's a movie. It was what's his face? Michael J. Fox's like dad in the Back to the Future movies. He plays him. It was the only other
Crispin Glover.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Crispin Glover. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can we just kill it now?
You definitely can. So while you guys are checking the doors and everything, as soon as you separate from the group, Mandy,
Mhm.
this creature and his two giant rats enter from the north, and he screams something in a language you don't understand.
Which
and
is
then
surprising because I
he
speak
just
them.
flings a javelin in your general direction.
And I use my saving throws.
No, just your armor class.
So,
And your AC is what, 14 or 15?
I believe it is 13. It's a 13.
Okay, so the javelin just kind of comes from the darkness, just out of the edge, and this weird screaming bugbear comes out, and the javelin flies across the cavern, almost in an impressive arc, and it catches you in the back of your calf and just kind of sinks itself in for 8 points of piercing damage
Yum.
as you're checking the door out. Initiative order is the same for everybody, so we're just going to start at the top. So, E, it's your turn first. What would you like to do?
I guess I need to get closer. I can try to shoot them with my longbow.
Mm.
That'll reach. And I'll shoot this guy.
Oh, did you deduct the points from me?
I deducted the points for you, and I just added
Okay.
back.
Yay!
All right, 20 does hit, and a longbow does 9 points of damage. Okay, so let's subtract someone else. Minus 9. So you let loose your arrow, and even though it's a little bit dark in the tunnels, you can't really get a good view of them. The light from the fungus beneath you just gives enough of a violet glow to everything that you manage to find where he is, and it just kind of flies and hits him in center mass. It wasn't, a great, glorious shot where you're trying to figure out some specific killing shot throws, but it does manage to sink into his upper right chest, kind of where his shoulder and collarbone meet, and just kind of sinks right into the flesh there.
I have dark vision.
Aha. Then it's easier to see. I don't know why, but I always think that you're a human for some reason. I know you're
No,
not.
I'm an elf.
Yeah.
She's like a full elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that.
I'm no half-breed. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Amelia, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
It's you, E.
What the heck?
The shade. The shade of it all.
Can I run up like halfway between me and that? And
So, from where you are, you can get into melee range of either of the rats. You can't quite
okay.
reach the other guy though.
Okay, then I'll do that. So I'll go to this one,
All right, perfect.
and then I'll dagger.
Dagger, dagger, dagger. Okay. So 13 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And also, because it has not acted yet this turn, I believe your assassin trait kicks in. Can you remind me what that does?
Yes, I can. Hold on 1 second.
While you do that, thank you for the follow, Blind Fury. Hi, Mama.
Thank you!
Thank you, Tiger Mama. And Melanie Nanloso, Ray J90, and Spy Dasis 76.
Dang, y'all. Thanks for thinking that, we're having a good time. We're having fun. Hang out with us more. We appreciate it.
Yay!
Okay.
So, assassinate.
He's so happy he's honking the horn for us.
Yep.
I hear it.
I know, right? I hear it.
Everybody drink.
It's like I'm playing in the middle of a parking lot or something. Anyway.
Honk if you're horny for D&D.
I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not taken a turn in combat yet, and any hit I score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. But I don't think it's surprised, is it? No.
No, I don't think it's surprised. However, you do get to roll again if you want to see if you crit or not, because you did connect. But let's see if we can get a 20.
No.
Roll your d20 again. Sorry.
Just a regular d20 or my attack?
Your dagger attack.
I already did. It's 3.
No, I mean like the actual attack roll, because you got a 13, it hits, but you can, because you have advantage, you get to roll it twice. And if it's critical, because you've had some good luck with some 20s today. Maybe. 18, okay, close.
Yeah,
Not quite
close
crit,
to.
but alright, it takes. Alright, so 5 points of damage to the rat. So you kind of rush through the darkness and you're stealthing, and as you kind of emerge, you sink your daggers deep into Grip, which is this rat, and it suffers 5 points of piercing damage. And as you do, it starts bleeding heavily from the wounds as you withdraw your daggers. It appears to be, limping and really, really hurt. Jayaz, it is your turn.
Yas. Jayas.
What would you like to do?
Alright. So since I'm over here with all my friends, oh whoa, Scooby Doo. I am going. I guess I'm gonna aim at this rat. That's like
Okay.
most direct. And I'm gonna use my bow. Plus 2 for an 11.
Oops. Quick that. It does not quite hit. So as you fire it, it basically is a warning shot across its nose. Its whiskers kind of bristle a little bit in, anger as it sees this attack come at it. And it shuffles away. It's going to start coming towards you. Janaga, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move diagonally here.
Okay.
I will shoot at this little basket here.
Alright.
That timing.
Beep, beep,
That
beep.
timing was
I will
perfect.
shoot with my bow.
Go for it.
Hey!
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
The bows are winning this time.
Apparently. Y'all are hunters now. Alright, 9 piercing damage does do it in. So you draw your bow, you land a good shot, it pierces through Fang, and as it does, it deals a mortal wound to it. You hear the kind of scream echo through the cavern as it starts squeaking in panic, and it bleeds out.
Yay!
Yay!
I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away.
Alright. This hunter back here, having thrown his javelin now, starts to rush the party. He
Come at us,
can move-
Go the other way.
He actually is going to run here. And seeing his rat slain in battle, he's going to take an attack at Janaga using a Morning Star.
Better.
17. So 17 hits. He takes his Morning Star, which is just basically picture a mace with a spiky end, and just goes
Okay.
wham and sinks it straight into your arm, like just straight into your shoulder, and your body kind of crumples sideways as it takes the full impact for 11 points of piercing damage. It's a pretty severe blow. And it is now Grip's turn. Grip is going to scutter forward a little bit and take an attack at Amelia.
You named the rat?
I didn't name them, but someone did.
They all have names. Oh, except the other one just showed up as Giant Rat.
Well, I'm using Giant Rat for their stats because that's what they
Oh.
are, but they're Grip and Fang.
Oh, let's
You're
keep
curious.
them.
Let's not. You already killed one. What are you going to keep?
I didn't kill it.
Let's keep the other one that we haven't murdered. I'm going to use Twiglet because this one's bugged. So, 22 points of damage does hit, and it manages to do 4 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my.
I got you. I
Oh,
deducted
thank
it. Yeah. And E, it's your turn. What would you
Okay.
like to do?
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Murder face it.
Okay, poison spray the dude right in my face.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Well, that happened. Can I
He
use
doesn't
that?
make his constitution. Yeah, go ahead and you can re-roll the poison spray damage if you'd like.
Please be better. That's better.
All right. He failed his saving throw, so he does take 11 points of damage. So you turn and see Janaga just basically get sacked real hard with this Morning Star as it starts to pierce through some of her armor. And as you do, you start conjuring up, almost from the earth underneath of you, this foul, green, poisonous cloud, and shove it towards him. And as it does, the spray just kind of right all over him. And he inhales, and the smoke does that Joker-style smiley face as it comes through his body.
Oh, what a trip!
And almost
Yes,
immediately...
it does.
almost immediately starts attacking his vital organs, and he starts letting out cries of pain, and his eyes are red and irritated, and blood starts to pool from his mouth. He suffers 11 points of
You'd
damage.
like to picture
Well, I
that
mean-
poof. Look at her little chibi on the bottom left of the screen.
Yeah.
That's what we picture.
That's her poof.
Yep.
That's my poof.
Oh,
Amelia,
I
it
need a
is your
shirt that says
turn.
that.
Yeah, that's my poo.
That's my poof. Rat. The
Rat.
one that you gave a name to, that I forget the name already.
That's
He's
Grip.
still alive, right?
Grip.
Yeah, still alive. He's looking worse for wear. He's pretty beat up, but he's still there. 15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright. So, Grip, having tried to, make a successful attack against you with claws, managed to sink in a little bit. As that connects, you kind of scramble away, pull your daggers out, and immediately go and hack into it and start stabbing it through the back. It pierces straight down between the shoulder blades, and as it does, you kind of rip forward a little bit, feeling the sinew and muscle tear away. And as you do, you pull back and try and get some again to size up your opponent, and it's just fallen down to the ground, dead, bleeding out, not even conscious.
And then I just flick the blood off my daggers.
All right.
Chink.
Jayaz, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
Now, since Janaga is standing right there, if I shot, would that be a disadvantage or no? It's only if she's directly in between, right?
What's the range on your... You should be fine. for
Okay.
that. I
Yeah,
think it's-
my range is like
Oh, yeah.
120 or something. I didn't know because she was adjacent to it.
No, you're okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's gonna hit one of my daggers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you roll a natural one or do something
Wow.
awful, you should be
Don't
okay.
say it. Don't say it.
First, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
take
saw
a
that.
bite of bread because we're
That's
it's
your
been a
lucky
while.
charm.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Please.
I hit the wrong thing. There we go. All right, then I'm gonna draw Lego Yas. +2.
There you go, 26.
Say you
All
had
right.
Stale ass bread if that was a natural one.
Oh, it did the double. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know what it is with this laptop.
All right, so 6 points of piercing damage to the hunter,
Bugbear.
to Bugbear.
Yes.
All right. So you draw Lego Yas. You go Yas as you let go, and it goes,
Of course.
and almost in slow motion in front of Janaga's face. See the arrow in slow motion go by you, twists, and some purple light glints off of the arrowhead before piercing before piercing the hunter through his head, and he falls over dead.
Thank God, they're all dead now.
Lego yas.
Like, oh, yas.
All
I'm
right.
still going, like, I don't know what we're doing anymore.
I was gonna say I still want to see what's through this door.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn my attention back to the door. I had investigated it. I don't think anything came up.
Correct.
So I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay.
I am not on the mouse. There we go. And it's a brand new hallway.
Oh God. We can check that out after we go through the cave and find
Yeah.
the girl.
So once I see that there's like not a hoard of treasure, I'm gonna come back into the room.
All right. So you've all returned, and you're going back north.
Can I loot the bodies before we move on?
Yeah. So you check Grip and Fang. They don't have any items on them as they are rats. However,
Thank you for the follow, Richard _.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, we are still holding strong at $275
Woohoo.
for our $1,000 goal. So please keep donating. It's all going to go towards helping the Hurricane Harvey victims.
as you check the hunter's body, he is very. He doesn't have a lot on him. He's basically just covering his privates with what he's wearing and some armor
It's a
at that point.
bugbear. What did you expect?
Yeah, he doesn't
Glad
really
I'm
have
not looting
pockets.
Well, we didn't check the did we check the skeletons and the blights even?
No.
I don't think
I
so.
mean, they did not have
also-
earthly possessions. Yeah.
Okay.
The skull off of one of them, but I mean.
To the north.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and make your way north. Drag your peoples.
Am I still in stealth?
Go ahead and roll another stealth check.
22.
Okay. Perfect. So as you're moving through, there's nothing in the chamber above, so you guys are okay. As you enter, the floor of this rough cavern is stained and smells of blood and animal musk. Light from the glowing fungus reveals the eastern niche, which holds a pallet of matted furs, a wide wooden board on which a variety of weapons are fixed, and a great cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. To the edge of the niche are two large nests made of dry fungus, hair, and refuse. So you can imagine that this is probably where the rats lived, while there's the materials over here, and then you do notice a bedroll off to the side. At the end is a tunnel that appears to go onward, however, the pathway itself seems blocked with lots of rocks. It would be no small trivial amount of work to try and get through the chamber.
Alright, well, I'll check the bed for anything.
Yeah. Can I roll perception just to like double check there's no secret sauce?
Yeah.
So,
We all love that secret sauce.
So you are
Hey.
making a thorough investigation of the cave area, and while there's no traps or anything of danger, you notice while turning over some of the property and stuff, hidden within the bedroll is a box that contains 241 silver pieces and 54 gold pieces.
Amelia!
how much silver and gold do we
know.
have now?
200.
Yeah, at this point, this is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
We have too much loot. Ugh, the worst.
We didn't spend any at the market when we first began because she said it was all comped.
Yeah, she funded our voyage.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, we can upgrade our gear later with it then.
That's why I was like, how much do we have?
That nuns.
Hell, I want that freaking hooded thing now that I've seen Danny's cosplay.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And with that, you also feel that if we were need to rest up, since a lot of you are, pretty decently damaged,
Hey, I think we should heal.
get some of your spells back. You could easily make
Okay.
this place fairly defensible and take a long rest if you were to.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we know of a barrier you can?
I want to sleep in this little corner. Right here. That's not letting me sleep in the little corner. Oh well.
I see it. I see what you
I'm
mean.
gonna pretend I went in
Okay.
that little corner.
I'm closer to the bed, so I take the bed.
I'm gonna hang out in this little nook.
The bed smells of bugbear sweat,
Mm.
animal musk, hay,
Yeah. that
Ew. Enjoy that.
but it's
Love that
slightly
smell.
more
That's a
comfortable
poor
than the cabin
smell.
before.
It is. I would know.
Well, thankfully, I don't have to sleep. I just make a fire and meditate.
Okay.
There you go.
And with that, we are at our game time, I believe, right? We go to 7:30.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Game of
So
Thrones
this
is
is-
over though, so we don't
I
have
know.
a deadline anymore.
I
This
know.
is true. However, it does feel like a good place to bookend for now. And then when we come back next time, you guys will be able to explore the wonders and dangers of the caverns beyond.
Are you telling me this is the Cave of Wonders?
Not saying that specifically. However, if you stumble across any giant tiger heads that are looking for a diamond in the rough,
I mean, we would love a
Is
shadow
my bed the
cat,
magic carpet in the
so-
skies?
just say it.
It does look like the magic carpet. All right, so if we're gonna call it here, again, I want to thank everybody who has followed and donated. Let me just pull that up so we know who our winner is.
Winner!
Choo, choo, choo.
If it will do the thing for me. All right, so let's see here. So our goal for the week, which, like I said before, ends this Friday, is $1,000. So far, we have raised $275. So we are $725 away. So for the whoever donated the most during the stream winnings, it is gonna go to Tiger Mom with her donation of $25. So I'm sure we will be able to get a hold of you to see which item that you would like.
No.
So if you want, like I said, the Triforce bag, a Pokeball bag, a bag that's just whatever color you want, we are going to keep this going for the rest of the week, and at the end of the week we will have another winner chosen at random from everybody that donates. Like Adam said before, even if you donate a dollar, that's enough to get you in the running. And then if you also look down below, you'll see we typically do our streams for Gamer Giving. Right now they are building a school in Kenya. So if you want to check them out, you can click on their button to see all about their charity, and you can donate at the button below that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else we want to say before we do our little question jam?
Just to say thank
scheduling.
you for all the followers and everybody who's donated so far. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep spamming the crap out of that link.
Yes.
On my Twitter at dgeneration, DJENN narration.
And that's something too. If
Things on the bottom, it's my Twitter handles down there.
even if you can't donate, just sharing the link around means a lot to us. Getting the word out. Yeah, it's we love you, and thank you for all the followers. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, we gained a lot of followers. Thank you so much
Yes.
for thinking we're interesting.
We got
and funny and fun.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that what I'm
Wow.
saying? 11. And I think this last one just happened So thank you to
Yes.
Oh God, I'm so bad at this.
Yeah.
Kiyuan. Kiyuan, is how I'm gonna say it. And
I really want it to be
thank
Kia.
you to Hacksaw Jenny again for the host.
Mhm.
And now we will enter our question and answers.
We need to come up with a name for the after show.
The
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
it's-
and like its own little.
I wish
Lady
we were,
Gamers Night at night.
and
or
I was
something.
just thinking,
Yeah.
it'd be cool if we
bakery.
had the bakery. Yes.
Yeah.
No, if we had a Postmates
D&D
sponsorship,
dessert time, 'cause
like
it's the end.
the post show sponsored by Postmates.
Yeah, you work on getting that brand
Oh
deal
my
set up.
I
god.
know we don't even have Postmates here, so I mean,
Yeah, I don't have Postmates here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do any of us have Postmates that deliver to their house? The answer is no.
nope.
No.
No.
Dear Postmates, please deliver to our house, and then maybe we'll consider sponsoring you on the show.
Yes, I like that. It's a good one.
So yeah, I'll be hanging around in chat for a little bit. I'm probably gonna get off voice though.
Yes.
But I'll be happy to hang around for a bit. And
I
Further
will also
question?
hang around a bit.
Yep.
other than that, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Next week or the following game schedule might be a little weird. I will be traveling for the next God knows how often.
Yes.
I have 2 weddings coming up, so we'll work about that offline and figure out when the next one's gonna be. But
Yeah, but you can follow us. I don't even think we have this down there yet. We all have our Twitter handles down below, but we also started a Twitter just for Lady Gamers Night. So I think
up the pics on that.
yeah, I
now,
think
but-
yeah,
yeah,
it's
you
real
can have it
new.
now. It's
So, but
active.
we will let you know our schedule there, or if you're following us, you'll know when we come back. It's
Yeah, it's
usually
like at Lady Gamers
alternating,
Night.
yeah, alternating Sundays, but it might change. So we'll end the stream, but we're gonna hang out in the chat. And again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for donating as much as you could tonight. Keep
Yay!
donating all week long.
Bye. We'll see you guys in the chat to talk about Willard.
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 Okay.